right, go live. Woohoo! Happy New Year! All right.
Huh. I'm telling him. Hello.
Don't touch that other one.
Hello.
Hello and Happy New Year!
Sweet.
Okay. Yay! Okay.
What a nice sound. What a nice sound. I want to tell you.
Okay. We did it. We're live. Happy New Year.
Get short on breath.
Okay.
All right.
Here we are. Okay. We're live on YouTube. I want one of those that makes sound, though. I think I pulled out another one of those. I know. We got those. I want one of those. I want one of those loud horns.
Oh, it's all.
I'm going to go get a loud horn.
Go find a horn.
I'll be right back.
I'll hold down the fort.
Thank you.
Let's check out what's happening. We had a few people actually waiting before we got live. Hey, awesome to see you. Hello, Lisa. New Year's. Woohoo! And actually, you're in a different time zone, if I'm not mistaken, so it's going to take you a little longer. You might just have to linger with us for a while. Well, we're good for a couple of time zones anyway. We'll see about that. Ha, ha, ha. We are 28 minutes, 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Out.
I found a countdown clock this year.
Yes.
We don't have to wonder like last year.
Oh, and check my bit here.
Yeah. Hey, Eric.
Several steps.
Oh.
So, marvelous. Hello.
Lisa and Errol, Happy New Year and Happy New Year, Eric. I'm so excited you're all here.
Yes. We had 3 people waiting on one of these.
Gettysburg Ma'am, Happy New Year. Gettysburg Ma'am made my fabulous New Year earrings.
Checking this stuff out?
Thank you.
I see.
And hi, Julie.
I see a 2 and a 3. How about that?
Yes. Happy New Year to all of you. I'm so excited you're here.
You know, we were actually checking out New Year's paraphernalia earlier at good old Party City. You may have one of these in your hometown as well. And I tell you, a balloon, a single number was $14. So to spell out 200, 2023
was going to be $56 before tax. We're like,
are you out of your damn mind? No, we didn't do that.
Errol says, hello from Errol, Lisa, my sister and brother-in-law. Well, Happy New Year to all of you.
Grand Lake, baby.
I'm excited.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm excited you're all here.
Yeah.
Yay. All right.
28 minutes.
Else is ready for a drink.
What were we saying earlier about...
Thank you, Gettysburg Ma'am.
New Year's always makes you think of resolutions. I'm going to do this year. So did everybody... you remember what you actually resolved in January? And you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't get to that yet. Well, you got like 27 and a half minutes. So, start now.
Hi, Casey.
That's an important thing.
Happy New Year.
Almost.
Yes, and Julie, I don't know if you heard me, but Happy New Year to you too. Yay.
Well, let's actually test the noisemakers. Works.
What happened to my other one?
This is vintage about 2000 we bought these, maybe even earlier.
Oh my gosh. I think we still lived in New York City when we bought those.
We probably did. This would have been like Dwayne Reed or something.
Oh my gosh.
Even Genovese. And the funny thing is, if you take a look inside this one, you'll see there's actually something printed in there. And this actually was originally some steel from a can of dumplings that's been repurposed as a noisemaker. Yes. I love that. Yeah, it's just awesome.
Okay.
And of course, we also have the blowouts. Boom.
Yeah, I like them. They just don't make any noise.
And
we gotta make noise because.
Don't forget, everyone. Every good gentleman deserves a good 5-cent cigar.
I was gonna buy one of those confetti poppers today at the party store, and the line was so long. I took one look and was like, "Yeah, I guess we don't need that."
Boom. Boom. There was one
crazy.
The shape and size of this, and it's like twisted, and it goes boom, and I'm like, and it puts glitter all over your entire house.
Hi Peter, Happy New Year.
I would have done it.
Which would have been okay.
Would have been okay.
I would have been okay with glitter all over my house, but I would not have been okay with waiting in that line. just saying.
Suddenly, everybody and his brother had to get balloons.
Pepper Tree Villa. Happy New Year.
Everybody and his brother and sister and aunt and uncle had to get balloons. And you're like, oh, for Pete's sake. So that was the end of that. No, not going to happen.
I gotta make it so
not
you
worth
can see
it.
our bottle a little
would have been faster if we'd actually crossed the border and bought fireworks. And then we could have gotten some of those little popper things, Boom, boom, boom.
We should have done that.
I suppose Walmart probably would have delivered. But then again, we would have had to set
I would have had to go to Walmart.
In Walmart. So
hi, Terrell. Terry.
Terry.
Terry. I can talk. Happy New Year, Terry. Yay. Yep.
Cabo San Lucas.
Oh, Cabo.
Hello.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm honored that you're joining us because you're in Cabo.
Because you're in Cabo. It's just like you.
I'm honored that you dropped in.
You don't necessarily need this broadcast,
I know.
but if you're dropping in, it's because you think there's some entertainment that's going to happen. Well, guess what? You're right. Let's have a little fun, shall
Doug
we?
is not crazy of glitter. In fact, he calls it fairy herpes. I was saying we would be finding that stuff in like July.
It's inevitable. It's what is that line about like spreading things around, like, you know, more dust than a pride convention, you know? It gets around, you know, if you spread it everywhere.
We did Pride March right before the pandemic.
What, 2018, I think.
Yeah, it was before the pandemic.
Yeah, like well before.
But yeah.
But
fair amount of glitter.
Fair amount of glitter going on. Just telling you, it was.
Hi, John. Happy New Year.
Very large, extensive, and well organized parade. Gotta say, they do it well. So in the meantime, 23 and a half minutes.
23 minutes, 23 seconds.
Suckers.
Wait, no, 20 now.
Yep.
All right. I don't want to look. Hi, Lisa. Happy New Year. I don't want to keep looking. Oh, Lisa and Andrew.
Yes.
All right. I want a drink.
I want a drink.
We've been very good this evening. Not that we haven't had a drink, but
we've only had 4 drinks.
We've been moderating.
Yeah, seriously. You know, I could be like
moderating, so
totally supine right now, saying broadcast. What broadcast?
I'm ready to remedy.
But no, we're ready for. In the meantime, like I might have, if you're paying attention up on the Facebooks anyway, I name checked this item as the New Year's Eve LP of the day. Yeah, well, there's only one. This is it, Guy Lombardo. That's the guy. This is from 1960 originally, I think, and it's been in print ever.
Happy New Year,
since.
Michael. Good to see you.
Are you gonna play like a version of Auld Lang Syne? It's gonna be this guy over here. This was like Mr. New Year's Eve for 55 years, I think. So yeah, like well into the 80s, and he was quite advanced at that point. So you might see a piece of string over here, which is might be controlling a little something.
Ball.
I got a ball. It's ready to drop. So this is like as I was describing earlier, the only job where you can completely drop the ball, and you're doing great. So let's do that, okay?
One day a year we can
in
drop
about
the ball.
21 and a half minutes. So. Anyway.
Oh, Eric's having a tequila rose.
Oh, hey. Ooh, that's kind of nice.
Okay. Oh, Joss's trivia question. What language is Auld Lang Syne in?
Right, well, I've imagined for some years that this is some variation on Gaelic. Now, this, I think, Scots Gaelic. Now, what people call it these days, I don't know. I've heard people say various things.
I never thought about it.
Because I know that, like, the Irish call their language Irish. So much for the Gaels. But it's all, like, variations on a theme.
Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. I want a drink.
Yeah. Well, pour yourself a drink then.
Blah, blah, blah. I want a drink. Where's the thing?
No one's stopping you.
Here it is.
There's the thing. That's the one.
I'm going to make myself a...
Pour yourself something less.
French 75-ish thingy.
75-ish fingal. Let's make it happen.
French 75-ish thingy. It's not going to be an exact French 75 because...
close enough. You know.
But close enough. All right.
Ultimately, a 75, you start with a sidecar and then you put bubbles on top of it.
I'm
that's
using
more or
gin.
less right. I mean, proportions are slightly different, but that's basically it. Oh, that's just
uh-oh.
That just went poof.
That cork wants to come out.
You might have heard that. It's like, okay, we're done.
Disaster waiting to happen.
We're done. Yeah. But
okay.
Actually, you're going to pour and I'm going to pour, so we'll probably get rid of this. Like near time.
I'm going to use a tiny bit of black currant cordial in my...
That's a fun place to be.
French 75-ish thingy.
Oh, unfortunately, utilizing Vicks. Well, you know, if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, you want to get those vapors to like clear things out. We're just saying.
Oh, feel better.
Yeah, please to feel better. Absolutely.
That's no way to start. Oh, Lisa says we're drinking 1800 coconut. Nice.
Within the past, like the last broadcast, I was not feeling particularly well, and like
you might have noticed.
You might have seen this where I just kept like getting out, and it was just I had to take care of some business, and the prior week I was just out. It was really something sucked it to me. Today, of course, the only reason I'm feeling sluggish is because we just had artichokes and lobsters. What I like to call the old butter meal, because it's just
I've consumed a great deal of butter this evening.
Yeah, I've had like a large crustacean and some like a large thistle. So I'm feeling a little kind of heavy.
Oh, okay. Hi, Kelly.
good.
Happy New Year.
But so good. It's a great tradition. We do it every
Oh, John
music.
says actually it's Scott's. Okay.
Scott's.
Let's see, I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Mom, Happy New Year.
Well,
Satellite, hello. Happy New Year.
Jeff Beck with a version of Olenga Zina.
All right, I think I'm caught up.
Okay, so we're good. That's
Okay, good. Okay, so I did an ounce of gin, about a quarter ounce of blackcurrant cordial, about a third of an ounce fresh lemon juice, and a couple of dashes of ginger bitters.
And you undoubtedly need this business over
I
here
undoubtedly do.
to,
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
We have 2 more bottles beyond this.
And then that's the end of the time zones because that's all we can do.
Then we'll have to move on to beer.
We'll go as far as we can, folks. You don't have to stop at that too heavily. Because I think I will take advantage myself.
All right, well.
Why don't I find
Cheers.
a little something, and away we go. And similar fashion. I'm actually going to put a cube in there. So that actually gets a little
Hi,
cold.
Danielle. Good to see you.
Oh,
And hi,
hello.
Keith. Happy New Year to both of you. And
Hello,
Laura,
indeed.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel, it's good to hear from our contingent slightly north of us. A lot of you folks actually made it towards the old Kowloon within the past month, which is pretty awesome. It was like a big gathering there, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm happy with this.
That very day I was incapacitated, but also other things were happening.
Hi, John. Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron,
Hey, Ron.
hello. Happy New Year to you.
Excellent to see you.
Blackcurrant cordial and ginger. I'm into this. Gettysburg, Memphis is quite a mild New Year's Eve here. Yes, it's downright. I have the door open. It's so warm.
Yeah, you could crack that more. I've got this this hat is all plastic. This is not exactly a respectable topper, but it's close enough, and it is actually capturing heat. And I gotta say, so I'm going to.
Oh, thank you, Andy. I appreciate that.
Get rid of that ice.
Happy New Year to you.
I would like. I'll take that gin as well.
Ooh, Eris had just finished the leftovers last night. Leftovers are good.
We just finished leftovers from the other day ourselves.
By the way,
we're at
I have a little appetizer here.
some apps.
The clam cheese dunk that I shared on the Facebook group. So I did manage to get, and I even remembered that we had Happy New Year pics. I'm so organized this year.
Oh, things are happening. Well, we got this whole business set up early today so that the ball drop is ready to drop.
Sivs, am I pronouncing your name right? Happy New Year to you.
Sibs. It's either Sibs or Sieves.
And Amanda, hello and Happy New Year.
Yo,
Good to see you.
I'm throwing in a little bit of this lemon.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. This is actually my wedding tiara, believe it or not.
Yeah, how about
I
that?
pulled it out for the occasion.
She was questioning whether it was that tiara or the other, and I thought, go with the wedding tiara.
I know. I have a New Year's tiara,
This
but
is kind of slick over here.
I thought it kind of worked.
I'll take some of that blackcurrant, as a matter of fact. We're kind of like mixing up a 75 with a Kir Royale.
Hi, Phil. Happy New Year.
But we may go for some more
what
Kir
would you
Royale,
like?
too. I'll take some of that blackcurrant. Yes. Mid-60s. Oh, well, I'll take
Happy
it, right?
New Year to you. Yeah, Lisa says mid-60s here in Oklahoma. And John says 16 on Christmas Eve, 58 on New Year's Eve. I know, it's so weird.
Yeah, we had all this ice happening where we were, and we were much further north than we are now at the time. And boy, it was
Now, Eric
like
says 47
chill
there.
your nads kind of weather.
I know. Well, when last we saw you, I was very stressed about driving to New Hampshire, but we literally outran the storm. We left in the morning.
We left early
before it started, and it just kept following us north. But we didn't get a bit of it while we were driving. So after we got there, it started. But
okay, we can deal.
John says your wedding DJ sucked too loud. John was our wedding DJ.
Funny man.
So he can say that and get away with it.
He can say that, yeah. Bingo. But I tell you, my personal opinion is that my wedding DJ was the best that I could have hired.
Oh my gosh, Pepper Tree Villa. We're drying out here a bit tonight. We had over 5.5 inches of rain. Oh my god.
Since midnight. It's 52 in the Bay Area.
Flooding?
I would not. Well, the Bay Area depends on where you are, because of course you're quite elevated.
That's crazy.
So it's all going to run downhill, isn't it? But that's Fun anniversaries.
Lilith Malone, happy New Year to you. Cheers.
Hello, Peggy and Peter.
Yeah,
Good
Peggy
to hear
and
from
Peter.
you.
Good
Glad
to have you
could
here.
chime in on this. I bet you're enjoying a lovely libation of your own.
I hope so.
If you'd like to drop right here what's happening, that sounds
14
magical.
minutes.
Sounds black magical, as a matter of fact. Black magic? Ooh, we could whip up one of those.
I would. Hi, Kalaka boy.
I just couldn't tell you what's in it.
Happy New Year.
Anyway. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I could drink a black magic right about now.
Yeah, that's not really bad. And of course, it comes in a large snifter, which is
I feel
fun.
so virtuous that I actually slipped a Coke in between all the drinks.
That was a good idea.
Like, I'm teetotaling.
It's a good idea.
I had one Coke amid
Because,
all the drinks.
you know, we prepared for this hours in advance, and then we were just doing a couple of our classics for New Year's Eve. What are the two things you can watch on New Year's Eve? After The Thin Man, and before that, Poseidon Adventure. Hello.
Oh, also The Apartment.
New Year's movies,
which we haven't gotten to.
Probably haven't got to. That's true. Yeah. Well, we had the big two from the trifecta, and boy, that's great. But that's like two movies, and you're sitting there, and you're like, we were enjoying some crustaceans, and I'm like, I'm getting sleepy.
John
so
says,
we had to
Mariah
throw some
Carey is
jokes
at the
in.
lounge, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course she is.
All I want for New Year's
Hi,
is
Adam.
you.
Happy New Year. And Karen, hello. Happy New Year.
Wow. Hey. Awesome.
I heard Duran was in Times Square tonight, which...
Did he?
Yes.
Wow.
Which I did not know that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I would have made some effort to see that. But Linnell, Happy New Year to you.
We can see on the rebroadcast, as a matter of fact. Prosecco.
Ooh, bourbon.
Bourbon, black cherry, maple,
yum.
citrus, bitters.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Excellent. Prosecco is a great place to be at this exact hour because it's 1:45. You know, at this point in time, as far as my digestion goes, and, you know, I have issues. Then it's good to kind of lighten it up. So we're really going to be sticking to the Prosecco.
Oh, Carradine, you missed them too. I know. It'll be on YouTube. But, I mean, you know, I tell this story every year, but I've done the 2 New Year's things there are to do. My first year in New York, I went to Times Square. Mm-hmm. And when I still lived in California, I was at the Rose Parade. I feel like I've kind of done the two
New Year things that you could possibly
New Year's things there are to do.
You know, I have not done the iconic New York New Year's thing.
Your concert got rained out.
Oh, Philly.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, wait.
We saw them in August.
Yeah, at Madison Square Garden. That was really good. That was a great venue for them. I got to say, like, I always think a hockey rink, not the place I want to see a band. However,
Peter and Peggy watched After the Thin Man too. I love that other people are doing this. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gettysburg Man says Duran just finished playing. It was great.
Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna have to go watch. Okay. Not now, but later.
I will note that I had not really been a fan of their material for a long time, and then we managed to pick up their latest album, Future Past, and
I've always been a fan
on LP, and I'm listening. I'm like, you know, this is actually a really strong funk record, and like the newest material, like the stuff that was intended like to be hit singles, that's really good. So I got to say that was pretty impressive.
I got to slip in here for a second. Carradine, thank you. Gettysburg Man made these earrings.
Hello.
From her Plum Run company. Mm-hmm. So yeah, please feel free to drop the link, Gettysburg Man, if you want, because she makes amazing earrings.
She has on these broadcasts before, but it's always worth doing it again because we got some new faces.
And Kalaka Boys says, will you be watching the Rose Parade this time? It's on Monday. I did not know that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Maybe,
well,
I would love to.
If we get a breather tomorrow, I don't have to wake up at the crack of, because we'll be up at the crack of, which means I'll be going to bed at that hour. But you know, I'll have to get up in the morning in order to make the eggs Benedict because that was promised. And
that's right.
Got to soak up all this prosecco somehow.
I have to. Oh my gosh, Gettysburg. Yeah. Oh, new edition. Oh my gosh.
New edition.
Wow. Okay.
Man, I tell you. I think I was just taking a look at the New Edition Christmas album, actually more of an EP, up in the collection earlier this month. As a matter of fact, I was like, oh yeah, we got that.
Oh wait, where are we? Okay.
Funny business.
I'm losing track of my countdown. 9 minutes and 40-some seconds.
Calling
All right,
it. 9.
I don't want to forget to drop the ball.
40-some.
That would be
Oh yeah,
stupid.
here we are in the Eastern time zone. Like, the UK took care of this hours ago. Australia is like, we're already into tomorrow. And here we are in the States, and so it's like, we haven't quite gotten there yet. Well, you got 10 minutes, folks. Any New Year's resolutions from 2022 that you haven't acted on yet, now's the time. Quick. You can always learn canasta, just like that. Think about it.
Oh, Andy says Lisa and I are happy you're doing well after last time you weren't feeling. He was really not feeling well. So.
Oh, thank you. I really, really appreciate the fact that I appreciate your concern.
Hi, Aaron. Happy New Year.
And your attention, because we try to give you a little entertainment, and from time to time, things on this end go a little awry. And I'm not trying to show that on the air. That's not this kind of show. But, we take our business, and then you feel better.
Chaz!
End of the day.
Happy New Year to you.
Chaz!
Good to see you.
Woo-hoo.
Chaz is Twilight Zone Marathon, and in the background.
I was
wondering about that, yes.
I was thinking about, if we can't see the Rose Parade tomorrow, then maybe it's Zonathon time.
And Baron von Swankenstein, hello, and Happy New Year.
Good to think.
Don't drop the ball and
drop the ball, TM. Gotta love that.
That would be so us.
This is the only profession where you can drop the ball and you're succeeding. Think about that.
John says
hilarious.
Best TV show ever to Twilight Zone.
Yeah, pretty much. In terms of a marathon that you would watch on New Year's Day,
8 minutes.
Yes, The Zone, man.
All right.
Jeez, it's like there's nothing I can think of that would actually do that as well. And then you start to think of, well, what are my favorite episodes? Okay, discuss amongst yourselves, and away we go.
Talking Tina.
Bang! Oh, Talking Tina is final season. It's when the show got pretty malevolent, but that one really displays it well. Number 23 looks just like you. I think that's the name of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that is just chilling. I remember seeing that as a teenager. I was like, and that's actually, it's not from their best season, and still the show managed to nail it.
And also the Canamids.
Canamids.
Yeah.
That's like season 3, I think. The final season first episode with Jack Klugman, where his son is dying in Vietnam in 1963. What the hell? They were way ahead of their time.
Oh, Gettysburg, ma'am. Yes. R.A.P. Barbara Walters.
Walters.
Vivian Westwood and Pele. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. And the former Pope.
What is it about this time of year?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Monsters.
Kalaka Boy says, how many times have you live streamed on New Year's Eve? I actually don't know.
A bunch.
A bunch now.
Probably 10 years.
Oh, the monsters are due on Maple Street.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Swanky.
To Serve Man, that's it. Yes, To Serve Man. That's a great one.
Monsters are due. That's like season 1, I think. That's actually, I remember that was in the first Twilight Zone book. It's a really chilling story to read.
The slot machine, yes.
Oh, yeah, the one with Everett Sloan.
And Chaz says it's all Marcia, but tomorrow it's Jan first.
I
like that. Let's steal that.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Benedict.
In praise of Pip. Okay, that's
thank you,
the Klugman one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 6 minutes.
Okay. Six minutes to go.
All right. You gotta get.
Okay, folks. This is it. Countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. 6. 5 minutes and 59. Here we go. So if you do not have one of these, I highly recommend you find one. If you have to run out right now and buy bubbles, you can't. It's late. It's not going to happen. But you figure something out. You can always get a beer or something,
Oh, Bill, hi.
Hey.
Happy New Year to you. Oh, Bill says, I have
Buy the older. Oh,
John says favorite is probably Last Stop at Willoughby. That's a great one, too.
That's a great one.
All right.
There was actually a jazz record, I think John might know this one, called Ear of the Behearer. Isn't that a great title?
Karen, no, it's not bad. And Karen says, is it bad that some of the best TV was when we were kids?
No.
No.
Some of the best TV is actually happening now, but the fact is that you go back 50, 60 years and fantastic things were happening. And complete slush was happening too. I mean, My Mother the Car. Then again, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So.
If you have a streaming platform or the DVDs of That Girl, I think That Girl's on Amazon Prime and Hulu, something like that. But if you can see That Girl in any way, the New Year's Eve episode, I love that one. I highly recommend it for New Year's viewing.
It's well done, and for a period piece, it really hits.
Happy New Year!
Well, hello. No, Duran Duran is over. Yes. Well, they did their part.
Duran is over, so I know where your priorities lie.
Yeah, we do. We know that we're second.
We saw Duran with Christy.
No,
so like,
yeah, we did. So that's okay.
Ear of the Behearer.
No, it's a guy. It was on.
4 minutes.
It's on Impulse. It's actually it was like it's a 70s jazz thing. It's a funk record. I figured who that is. I think it might be Dewey Redman. I could be wrong about that, but I actually have a listing of such things.
Bill joined because he sensed we were talking sci-fi.
What's this? Heard a song, I believe it was this morning, that was actually dealing with Mr. Spock. So I got to look up what the hell that was. It was terrible. And Bill might remember a band simply named SPOCK. I believe they were Finnish, and they do all these Trek songs, and they were just astonishing.
Car 54, where are you?
Oh, yeah.
Karen is saying it's so bad it was good. Well, I have a special place in my heart, and I have a good friend who feels exactly the same way for Aaron Spelling shows of the 70s and 80s.
You know, a soft spot in the heart. Soft spot in the heart. So there we go.
Love me some Charlie's Angels, Heart to Heart.
Do you need a topper?
I do. I would not mind at all.
Very little time to go.
All right, we gotta.
You want to check the time? We got. Make sure. I don't want to. Oh, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Give me
a glass over there. Don't kill it. We don't have a lot right now.
I'm not going to run and get.
I'm not going to run and get bubbles right now. I just want to topper you so that we're ready to go.
Unclamp the ball.
Yeah, I do have to.
And then,
so to speak.
Unclamp your balls.
Unclamp your balls.
Unclamp your balls.
So that we can get New Year happening over here. I'm just saying.
All right.
So there we go. After all, we're broadcasting from New York, people, which means we're live.
Oh, Karen says dark shadows freaked me out as a child. Oh.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Is everyone ready? 2 minutes.
Count of minutes.
2 minutes left.
All right.
2 minutes left in 2022.
What's 2 minutes in a man's life? Well, that's actually a Twilight Zone episode. Come on, to begin with. So the simple fact is that this is all about timekeeping. And does this really matter? 2022, 2023? I don't know.
Hi, Bernie. Happy New Year.
Is anything going to change? You know what's going to change? This is suddenly going to become the most awesome party ever. Just like that. Like it isn't to begin with. Of course it's the most awesome party ever.
Yeah. Goodbye. I felt like 22 was a good year. But we have unfinished business because we have a film to finish. So I want to finish that film in January.
It'll be nailed shut.
I know.
No questions. 120. Here we go. Boom,
right.
boom, boom. Goodbye 70s. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. All right.
Less than 90 seconds. You ready to drop that ball?
I can be in very, very little time.
That hat is very
Yes.
It's got an Abe Lincoln quality to it.
It is rather high as far as such things go, although it's just designed to be a standard sort of topper. It kind of tapers.
Cheers and love to you.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. 59,
Less than a minute.
58,
All right,
57,
all right.
56.
You need to.
At the 30 mark, this thing is going to get untied, and then should old acquaintance be forgotten?
Acquaintance.
Should old acquaintance be forget? Ours will still be yet.
Yada 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 yada. Dig dig dig.
Cha cha cha. Hey hey hey. We're gonna make that sort of thing happen.
Hi Jane. Happy New Year.
Hey Jane, good morning. Haven't seen you since last August. I remember around the time we actually saw DD.
Happy New Year, Dan and Elaine.
Hey.
Hey.
This is
All
the
right. One. Okay. All right.
Boom, boom, boom. Where are we?
All right. 20. Unclamp that thing.
Better untie. Unclamp your ball.
This ball is so heavy. If it falls on the computer's toast. 14 seconds. All right.
Oh, it's stuck. I can't get it.
No, it is not. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
I'm lightheaded.
All right, you gotta raise it again.
There we go.
We're gonna drop it again in an hour.
No,
All
I gotta leave it. I gotta leave it in for a second. I'm kind of lightheaded. Oh, okay. I gotta tell you.
Happy New Year.
Honesty. Yep. Mwah. Absolutely.
Happy New Year.
All right. Happy 2023, baby. Is anything happening so far? Oh, we're still having the best New Year's Eve ever because, hey, you're here.
There's a disco ball parked on the computer, so I can't read anyone's comments.
All right. Well, I guess we better actually raise the...
I got you.
You know, when the ball descends in Times Square, like that's it. You know what happens? You've been sitting there for hours.
I raise it.
You can't even urinate. You go home. That's what happens. Here, you keep partying. So let's go, people.
If you want to urinate, you can.
You can. Absolutely. If anybody needs to take a pee break, yeah, go ahead. Here we go.
We'll drop it again in the Central Time Zone.
Yeah, all of you folks in the Central Time Zone, some of you are watching. And we got some folks from the left coast.
All right.
We'll see if we can last that long. We're trying. We really are.
Happy New Year.
These kind of hurt, so I'm taking them off.
I know. Beauty is pain.
Yeah, you know what it is? And those aren't even beautiful. This thing is beautiful.
Hi, Troy. Happy New Year.
Hey, Troy. Woohoo.
I gotta catch up with everyone I missed. All right. If I missed you, let me know. Because...
Yeah, let's check it out. Okay.
Okay.
The hunt. Oh, yeah, that's actually a pretty good episode, as I recall. Here we're still talking zone-a-thon episodes because that's the big thing on
this is well done. Day. People are setting off fireworks in the park across the street.
Oh, good grief. Well,
that could go either way. Good
if I start hearing anything go bang, bang, I'll know that somebody got the clue.
Oh, Karen and good. Yeah, we'll still be here for the Central.
We'll be in Central. Yeah.
Oh, Karen's daughter loves to drink sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Well, they're a lot of fun. And I got to say, they're great. They're extremely cheaply made, and they pinch your face like mad. So I'll put them on for about a minute, but after that, we're going. But we have 2 pair of these, so we may both end up with these.
I might end up with one.
We might end up with both end up with
one,
this. Boom, 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 boom. And I knew that some of you folks were definitely in Central, and somebody already name checked.
Peggy says I'm getting an MST3 K5 from that ball drop. Yes, we're high tech.
It has a distinct look of something that I just rigged up with some rigging and a piece of twine.
Happy New Year, Renee. Good to see you.
And you know why? Because that's exactly what happened. So there we go. Hot stuff.
Christy says New Edition is on ABC and they look like some Cossack Smurfs or something. I'll have to go back and watch this on YouTube later.
New York, New York. Now, of course, can anybody tell me that song was originally composed by Ken or Neb for which performer? This is not a trick question.
Lisa's sister-in-law, Shonda, said, if you have to unclamp your balls, maybe 2022 wasn't that good. Oh, Happy New Year, Marcy. Good to see you. All right.
Definitely West Coast happening here.
Did we kill those bubbles?
That bubbles is gone. So I'm hearing some clunk.
I hear fireworks too.
Maybe they are happening out there. Do you want to go find some bubbles?
Sure.
Okay.
I can do that.
Pop that door there. I want to see if we see anything happening.
Mm-hmm.
If it's happening out in the front of the house.
Paul can't get out.
I'm stuck.
Our ball infrastructure
the
has
scaffolding means that I'm totally clamped in here.
He's trapped.
Speaking of clamped balls, that's definitely happening. What's happening outdoors there? Oh, our lights are out because it's past 11:30. So normally we have that clunk because on a rational day it's like, oh, you just go to bed. But here we are, like this is the day where you go and party hardy late.
I don't know what that was.
Or is that early? So we see what happens.
I don't know what that was.
Hope you all have a bottle or two of bubbles so you can keep going with us for a while. This is not the evening for martinis. We had a couple earlier, like 3 hours ago. But you're not going to go all night with martinis. You would just completely fall apart. You'd be in the hospital. This is the night for bubbles drinks because, hey, they're lighter. You can go for a while.
Although we had martinis after the Thin Man because you have to.
But I tell you, they were very small glasses.
I do. I have.
Which is wise.
I have appetizers back here, and I have New Year's napkins that we still haven't used yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I bought 2 kinds of New Year's napkins like 5 years ago at Sweet Lorraine, like little vintage napkins, and
Sweet Lorraine in
Forgetting about
Cleveland, of course. Do we have any correspondence from Ohio clocking in tonight? Yeah, well, we do adore Sweet Lorraine. They do it well. They really are a great curated store.
Liza Minnelli, yes.
Thank you. Boom, done. Yes.
You couldn't remember Liza Minnelli?
No, I placed that question out to the audience.
Oh, I was going to say.
Liza. Candor and Ebb from the movie New York, New York.
Let's get trashed, Paul.
So the actual name of the song is the theme from New York, New York, because that's the name of the movie. There you go. Boom. And that's what Frank did. He did that on an album called Past, Present, Future, and it became a really huge hit, and he's been associated with it ever since.
Hi,
They
Johnny.
played at Yankees games and blah, blah, blah.
Happy New Year, Johnny and Vanessa.
Hey, Johnny. Awesome.
Happy New
Hello,
Year.
you two.
Yay.
Bomb fireworks. Woohoo.
Gettysburg Ma'am says the fact that Frank's voice still reigns over Times Square every New Year's Eve gives me chills.
Well,
I love that too.
Well, like the chairman left a wide swath, and there we go. Let's get trashed. Anytime, folks.
And most anytime.
Within your own household, I'm giving you full license to get trashed. Whatever the hell you like.
Do it.
Remember, if you really go loopy, then Alka-Seltzer is your friend.
It's
the
like
next
that.
Day.
One time at the Museum of Television and Radio, I guess it's called the Paley Center now.
Paley Center, yeah.
Back then it was the Museum of Television and Radio. I was just going in and watching episodes of Hollywood Palace. And there was one with Red Fox doing like his stand-up comedy routine.
Oh, in 1970, I think.
Yeah, and it was in... it must have been a different... It was in Las Vegas, so maybe this was not Hollywood Palace. But it was one of those variety shows.
Yes.
And he was like, get drunk if you can, to the people in the audience. So I feel like that. Get drunk if you can.
If you can tonight. There's also the Flip Wilson show, which did feature Red Fox from time to time.
Perrin von Swankenstein says, I hear police here. Of course, that's a normal weekend in this neighborhood. I kind of feel that.
Swanky, I got to tell you, we have actually heard such things in and around our neighborhood. Not directly here. This isn't that kind of neighborhood anymore.
Peter, Happy New Year.
Not that far off. Sometimes it's police activity. So that could be entertaining.
It is warming. I have the door open too. Dang. I'm gonna open it more.
Crack.
It is hot in this house.
Yeah, pop that and put the let's do that. Let's get some air going. Because the exterior temperature, which as John was pointing out, like just days ago, literally less than a week ago, it's like, in the teens. The teens, like low teens. And here it's like 50,
Dubai
50 something.
fireworks.
Boy, correct, John. Yeah, De Niro, a sax player. I believe the whole thing was sort of based on the story of Doris Day and Les Brown, if I'm not mistaken. And directed by Martin Scorsese, if I'm not mistaken. I've never seen this picture, but I know of it.
Eric says, last night I was near a hit-and-run accident. I witnessed a hit-and-run accident one time.
I witnessed somebody do something really stupid on a motorcycle within the past 5-6 years, and that looked not good.
Oh, that was just a solo thing.
Well, he was involved with another vehicle.
Yeah, but he did it to himself. Not that it's okay.
No, it's
I'm
not
not saying
well,
that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I just mean that, like,
he was hot dogging.
It was his
he
fault.
paid. Oh wow.
But no, the one I witnessed was in California, and the guy just ran into these two teenage girls, and they were all freaked out, as one would be. My boyfriend at the time chased the guy, so we got his license plate. So he ended up going to the pokey.
You don't say. Boom! I love that sound. Gotta love that sound. In fact, we're on a delay here in a second to watch that happen.
Well, that got dark.
Just like that.
We'll bring it back. We'll pull it back in.
That Doris.
Yay! Good to see you, Troy. Thanks for joining us. All right.
Okay, we can watch that get popped.
What else?
I love that delay. You can say, like, what's happening over there?
Kier Roy Alish thing.
Roy Alish is a good place to be.
Roy Alish. They got some black currant cordial here.
Yep. We are actually using the Warwick.
Oh,
Valley.
there are definitely fireworks going on out
Somebody's popping it out there.
I hope.
If
hope that's fireworks.
Well, otherwise it would be gunfire, and I don't know.
I think it's fireworks.
We're staying in. That's that for that, Jack.
I think it's
I'll take
fireworks.
some of that.
Oh,
Yep.
well, go for it.
I can cure it.
All right.
If you want to do a cure, it's some of this business, which is the black currant, and then you top it up with white wine. To royale it, you top it up with the bubbles. There you go.
We don't have champagne. We have Prosecco.
Yeah. I just use the term bubble generically so that it covers whatever the hell you got, folks. We got a lot of bubbles for tonight, so that things can happen. I'm going to take this bottle.
Do you have any of
top
that
for myself.
spray stuff?
I do, in fact.
We could try some new stuff, too, while we're waiting for the Central Time Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Karen says a week ago it was below
10
zero.
Yeah, literally. Literally, it's crazy.
I'm telling you.
Crazy talk, folks. Bottles behind you, if you have the stopper, that would be great to put in. I don't think I have the stopper. I do have the stopper. There we go.
That's not what I meant. I meant the spray stuff.
You were talking about this business.
Oh, it's 9 p.m. in rainy. Oh my gosh, who are these loons?
What the hell? Yeah, seriously, at this hour?
Oh, yes, Peggy. I love those too.
Yep.
Oh, Julie, hi. Happy to see you and congratulations again. Oh, so happy
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I saw that. Isn't that fantastic? And of course, weren't you folks in an extraordinarily tropical locale at the time?
Well,
Whoa, that's pretty awesome.
so happy for you.
Hey, you two. You crazy kids. It's awesome to do such things.
Twilight Zone Marathon, currently the masks.
Oh, yeah, that's a really cruel episode, full of extremely distasteful people.
Oh, my God.
As I recall. The whole lot. Rotters to a man. So
Eric says we may get another polar vortex.
Oh, well.
I hope we don't.
Well, right now everything's defrosting and getting very wet. So if we get a vortex, it's just going to be a solid sheet of ice. Well,
oh, Eric, he said it was so windy and snowy. I actually thought my windows were going to break.
Oof.
We went up to New Hampshire, and when we got back, I was like, "What's that on the steps?" And one of our lights in the front of our house had completely blown down and broken. Steps. Yeah. It was cheap. It was not a problem. But, and then we come and like our umbrella had blown down on the back, and it was
all this kind of stuff.
But bizarrely, there was a brick in the middle of our yard, so we're like, wow, it was windy enough to blow bricks around.
Because I got a tarp back there that's covering up bits of set from when we shot our movie. And I have no place to put it, and then it's actually kind of deteriorating. So I really do need to get a place to put it. But the tarps are being held on with brick because it gets windy. Well, it got pretty windy because a brick blew off. Okay,
bricks around.
I mean, it's one thing that Santa blew down up on the roof there on top of the tiki room. But
Santa was okay, right?
Santa was fine.
Santa lived.
Santa did not blow off the roof. It just kind of blew over.
Our light did not live.
Yep. Although I will say,
destroyed.
Earlier this year when we installed Santa, he was good for a day.
Hi, Doug. Happy New Year. Doug says, does Connecticut count as tropical?
Well, I don't know.
It could,
Is it a tropical depression? How many tiki bars does Connecticut have? I think the actual number is 0. Well, okay.
No, if you count houses...
Houses, you get fun.
I feel like Connecticut has a fair number if you count houses.
We know of a lot of great sort of places where you can get a real honest to
Hi, Russ. Happy New Year. Russ says we're going to need a bigger brick.
Yeah. Much
You're telling me.
Santa has a very large brick inside of him up there so that it doesn't fly off. This is a blow mold. It's just a big thing of plastic. And before we put a brick in, it would just like blow over constantly. So I finally realized, no, you have to put some weight in there.
Doesn't he have a few bricks in him?
No, just one. Big brick. But apparently he needs a couple to balance out. So.
I thought Santa was cutting down this year. Guess not.
Nope. The Masks episode is extraordinarily dark.
Roman, hello. Happy New Year.
Hey, Roman.
Yay.
You know something? We started the year talking to you in a swimming pool in Atlanta. And here we are at the end of the year talking to you still. So there we are. Have that happening. Boom, done. That's awesome. And we're talking Twilight Zone episodes. Name your favorites. The Zonathon is happening as of now. And big fun. And talking to Tina, that's awesome. The Masks is like that's kind of a great one. I think
They're
that's
all,
like
fireworks are going nuts now.
4th or 5th season on that one, and that's like really pretty insidious. And there's that one where the guy, who is it? And I forget the actor's name. Barry Morse actually has like his player piano, and he puts things in and plays people's fate, and it's just really cruel. But he gets his.
Dan says no commercial tiki bars in Connecticut. I checked.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Did there used to be? You think that there have to
there
have
must have been at some
one point.
Yeah.
I mean, and if anything, it would have been in Hartford, and you think Hartford should really use a tiki bar.
Does the Santa blow mold wave?
No.
No, he's not doing the...
No. Well, I think that his hand is up, but it's not active. It doesn't.
No, it's not. No, but I think he is kind of...
Yeah, I think he is waving.
We need the reindeer.
Yeah, we did not actually acquire the reindeer when we acquired the Santa.
Because we acquired Santa from the trash.
Yes, he was being tossed. It does not feature runners on the sleigh, but...
She says there's one in our area where the Santa and the sleigh with reindeer waves. Yeah, we don't have the reindeer.
Yeah.
Do you smell that?
What's that?
I just got a really, really heavy hit of dope.
Really? At this
Someone's
hour?
walking by.
Well, I suppose people are walking by at all times to walk the dog, so to speak. And if they decide to spark one, then there you go. It's legal in New York State.
Oh my gosh. Baron von Swankenstein says, we have one tiki-ish bar in Wichita, Lava and Tonic. Can't decide whether it's a tiki bar or a 20s era speakeasy. That could be fun.
You know?
It splits the difference and ends up being an 80s fern bar with a Don Ho. I kind of get into that.
You gotta love that sort of thing. I love when these things get all mixed up. And like the fact is, we out in our own tiki bar out there have all of those things. We have some 20s elements. We have Don Ho. We have ferns.
Rowan is saying, will you be in, oh yeah, no, we won't be in Atlanta this year. But,
oh yeah. Well, that's okay. We did it.
There's always a honeymooners marathon guy. We know someone who's very into the honeymooners, so I get it.
The honeymooners thon is kind of awesome because the fact is that at the time, what was Metro Media actually produced, what was Dumont produced a whole season of honeymooners that was professionally shot that looked really great. And those are the classic honeymooners episodes on the Electronic Camp. Yes. And those are available, and you can see those. And then there's like this huge lineup of stuff well before that, just from the Gleason show. And then even after that. And then there's the Collar Honeymooners from the 60s, which ran for like 2 or 3 seasons when Gleason was shooting in Florida.
Yes.
He just decided, I'm just going to move to Florida. The whole production is going to move with me. Boom! Well, he was a larger-than-life person in more than ways than one. So he could do that, which is kind of awesome. So...
Oh my gosh. Chaz says, we have a local display with Santa and reindeer flying over the nativity, covers all the bases. We know we don't know them, but there are some people in our town, I'll say we don't know them, but we know of them, who have this whole blow mold nativity scene in their yard. Every year it's the same thing. And the baby Jesus is just laying on the ground.
No manger, I guess.
There's no nothing. He's just laying there on the ground. I just kind of want to get in there sometime and take a doll bed or something. Get that kid off the ground.
Oh, When the Sky Was Open is a classic freak out episode because it's got a young Jim Hutton as the young pilot who finds that all of his fellow astronauts are disappearing on him. It's really paranoid. And that's first season, so it's max freaky. The one you're thinking of, John, is King 9 Will Not Return with what's his face? I forget the actor, but he was well known at the time. King 9 was actually based on a real incident where they in the 1957 or 58, some folks exploring for oil in Libya found a B-29 in the desert that was basically totally preserved, and it was pretty freaky. So there was this whole thing about, what the hell happened here? So, yeah.
Baron von Swankenstein says, it's a shame that so little of the Dumont network survives.
Oh, yeah.
I have a Dumont story, which has nothing to do with the network.
The entire, and the real shame with that is the entire Dumont archive was preserved in total. And then by the late 70s, it had no value, so it got dumped.
You got to give the baby Jesus a fruit crate or something. I was like,
come on.
I feel like take like an Amazon box. I don't know, like get that kid off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, Third from the Sun. Yes. Okay. Oh, hi, Dean. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Third from the Sun is a good one because it's also extremely paranoid.
Time Enough at Last.
And like there's a lot of weird angles in that. It's supposed to look very, very strange. And there's also the one called The Midnight Sun, one of my favorites. That is so well done. And it's subtle, and it's not the best conceit, but it works.
I got to jump in here. Though Roman says you have to love Ralph with a tan and a mustache and a super young wife. And sometimes the odd musical number. Yes, I remember that show. We had some cable network where we could watch these. Take one of those Fred Gile boxes from the Christmas store and fill it with hay for the baby Jesus. They could at least put the baby Jesus on a hay bale or something. Exactly, Peggy. Yes. Get that kid off the ground.
You know, come on. Kids, seriously, come on. Thanks.
It's hilarious, though. Because it's just like they're all lined up and then he's just there in the grass.
The Purple Testament, great episode, and you're right. Rod Serling was actually a paratrooper during the war and did serve, and he was extremely affected by this. So he wrote about such things. That whole generation wrote about these things extensively, and there you go. And if you served and you weren't really affected, then you weren't very well human, I think, because like it was a catastrophe. Oh Man in the Cave, that's a cool episode.
Oh yeah, okay,
that's a really cool episode.
John says though, the Purple Testament. Did you?
I was just naming.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. I don't want to miss anyone. Since we're on the topic of Twilight Zone, how does The Outer Limits compare? Never saw an episode. The only one have I seen more than one Outer Limits? I saw the one with Liz Perry.
Yeah, that's
we know someone who was in an episode.
In an Outer Limits episode.
Outer Limits. So we watched it to see her.
She looks fabulous in this episode. She really does. It's very 60s
she was young
Hollywood
and hot.
TV. She was young and hot. There you go. You said it better than I could. But,
Liz, if you're watching,
hello.
You were young and hot.
You were young and hot. So, obviously you're not, you're older and hot. There you go. Boom, done.
Oh my gosh, Julie says, I love the funny holiday decoration pics of mixed displays, snowmen around the baby Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
I love stuff like that.
Outer Limits
kills me.
Here's the thing about Outer Limits. It only ran for 2 seasons, so it's really tough to compare it to a show that ran for 5.
Ooh.
And it was always about monsters. Whereas The Zone was about a lot of psychological terror. So it does not really compare head to head. I will say that I've seen a number of Outer Limits episodes, and when they're not great, they're really pretty terrible. When they're good, they're quite good television. And that's an important thing to note. Both shows only ever appeared in black and white, which is important too because it's noir TV. And that's the only way that this could possibly happen. And they're well done. I think that The Limits is well written for the most part. And watch an episode called The Zantine Misfits. It's weird. It's just kind of freaky. And then the one with Robert Culp. I think it's The Demon with the Crystal Hand, something like that. That may be the best thing that show ever did. It's actually pretty wigged out. Yeah, that's a good episode. So, you're not going to put these two head to head and say like this is one of the greatest sci-fi things ever done. With like some of these episodes are not fantabulous.
Yeah, okay, so I
worth watching.
Eric's saying, I wish I could retrieve the classic Outer Limits DVD from home. Gave it to my father for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
We got Outer Limits, good sci-fi, but a lot less social commentary than Twilight Zone. Yep. I can see that. Yep. Sheridan says an episode where they were drawing on the walls to try to figure out where some sort of dimensional portal. That was Twilight Zone. Yes. Yeah. With a little girl.
Yeah, which is basically the framework for a film called Poltergeist. When you think about it, the kid disappears into another
Yes,
dimension.
yes, it really is.
And the Zone does this on a much lower budget, and the zone where she disappears to is freaky. That is actually a pretty cool episode.
Doug says my horizontal has never been the same.
Oh yeah, think about it. I gotta credit the Outer Limits. That intro is really cool. You know, we control the horizontal, we control the vertical. Yeah.
Gettysburg Map says our baby Jesus lost 2 fingers. Literally looked like he was flipping people off. So I had to glue on some plastic replacement
Whoops.
fingers.
Sorry.
Oh, that's hilarious. John says, reminds me of Martin Short when he's funny. Oh, okay. Peggy says there's an episode of
Sally Kellerman.
Oh, Sally Kellerman. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Well, the series is designed to be like very hepped up because it was aping the Zone. It was trying to be something like a little out there, but it was trying to be very specifically sci-fi, monster stuff, that kind of stuff. Like aliens that are happening, monsters are happening, that kind of stuff.
Eric brought up Night Gallery. Did anyone like Night Gallery?
A bunch of people like Night Gallery. Yeah.
I've seen it, but I always felt like those were a little plotless. Am I wrong?
It depends on the episode.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
It really depends on the episode. Again, 2 seasons. It never got a chance to really take off, and it was never within Serling's control, so he couldn't do what he was intending to do with the show. After the Zone, he had like several series pitched that were sort of like sequels to the Zone, and they never really took off. And then Night Gallery suddenly did.
Chess says the first Outer Limits with Cliff Robertson was great.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
I don't know if I did see some, but I always felt like they kind of halfway through they kind of petered out on the plot. But
that's the case with
Jack Leonard's Night Gallery.
Some Twilight Zone episodes too, so you know, that's the kicker.
Oh, I haven't seen that, Mr. Bean. Karen says I can never think of nativity scenes now without thinking of Mr. Bean. I love Rowan Atkinson, so.
There's also a show out there called Way Out, which was based on Roald Dahl stories, and he introduced the show. And you got this like extreme close-up of Roald Dahl saying like, "Here we are with another episode of Way Out," and it's just weird, you know. You can look those up. There's some really terrible video kicking around.
We got some votes for Night Gallery here.
Well, I think that the good night galleries are actually pretty fun television. The premiere episode has a segment with who is it?
Peggy says we have a great book of all the Night Gallery art. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The Night Gallery was designed around the paintings.
Right, yes.
So that's very important to the show that the gallery was happening there. So, big fun. Yep.
Night Gallery did a Lovecraft story. Yes, yes, yeah. Yep. Pigman's Model. Right? I mean, isn't that...
Pigman sounds right.
Am I thinking of something else?
I'm not really up on my Lovecraft stuff, to tell you the truth. Despite spending a fair amount of time in the state where he actually developed consumption and died. So, I got to tell you. But there are such things. There are such things.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Baron von Swankenstein says, my favorite Night Gallery was not written by Serling, The Flip Side of Satan. I don't know if I've seen that.
No, I can't say I've seen all of these by any means. They were syndicated.
Yes, Pigman equals Lovecraft. I thought so. All right.
Yeah, they were syndicated somewhere when we were younger.
Night Stalker. I love me some Kolchak.
Kolchak is a completely different beast, after all.
Yes, yes.
Heavily inspired by all of the aforementioned shows, and heavily inspirational on many shows to come. Of course, it was very influential on the X-Files, of course. I think there were some commentators at the time talking about X-Files like, it's sort of a new Twilight Zone. No, it's not. It's a new Kolchak. Like, it was dealing with all that sort of schlock science, and it was doing it in a really fun way.
I like X-Files.
But, you know, Kolchak
did
that well, because you had Darren McGavin. Jeez, the old man. Impossible to actually, like, get around the corner with that.
Oh,
that's a lot of
Sin
fun.
Eater episode with Richard Thomas. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to look for it.
Okay. Okay. Big fun.
Gettysburg Ma'am says, does anyone have any 2023 goals/resolutions?
Drink more bubbly drinks. I'm already doing it.
For
there
real.
we go.
For real.
Oh, that is a resolution.
My resolution in
I'll just
2023
go
is to
away.
make a buttload of money.
That's a good resolution.
I always make like these like woo-woo resolutions of like, I'm going to do creative things. Well, like, I just want to make a buttload of money.
So that you can achieve your goals.
Peggy says, yes, no X-Files without Kolchak. I love both of them, actually.
I think that they're both fun series, and I think when they succeed, they succeed pretty heavily, and when they don't, they're like, oh well, blah blah blah. I've seen some X-Files that were like really really bland, and some of them that were really clever and hilarious. So I gotta say, like that definitely has something going on.
I did not know this. Okay, Baron von Swankenstein says, flip side of Satan, Artie Johnson as a corrupt DJ who gets the comeuppance.
Oh man.
I would love that. I'm going to look for that.
That sounds like a television episode version of Phantom of the Paradise. Oh, hello.
Okay, so
Satanic DJ.
Karen says,
Hello.
I have the same resolution every year. Get more organized.
Organized.
I love it.
We got to get organized.
And then
You know?
Pepper Tree Villa says, we have a goal of doing the front yard in 2023. Our backyard was completed in 2022. Congratulations.
Excellent.
That's great.
Excellent. It's good to hear that something did what you were intending
And
to
then
do.
Eric is saying, okay, I'm going to get a little more obscure here. Does anyone see a short-lived British show, Sapphire and Steel?
Oh,
I've never heard of that.
no. Still by
Okay.
David McCallum. Okay.
No. Oh, Vincent Price, yes. Oh, John says to read and take better care of myself. I love that.
Hey.
Okay, good.
That's actually, it's good for all of us to read more because you need more
Gettysburg
information.
Ma'am says to
And
walk
to take
more.
care of yourself is good. I've been walking more because I have to go to an office again within 2022.
I give him a Fitbit for Christmas.
Yeah.
Not because I think, like, you got to get in shape. No, because he has to go into the city and he does a lot of walking. So I was like,
It's
here,
good to
you might
actually-
enjoy wearing a Fitbit.
It's good to
counting
track
your
that.
steps.
We
So-
were in just this week on Thursday, and I managed to walk 6.5 miles.
See?
Good grief. Yeah, my feet hurt after that. Wow.
Oh my gosh,
But yeah.
we're getting so many votes for so many episodes.
Yeah.
Resolutions. Doug says, does making a slab of smoked pastrami count?
That's a good resolution.
Why not?
You know, you're
I
there.
like it.
Please. Hello. Oh, Vincent Price and Bill Bixby. Bill Bixby just brings up the whole black magic sort of sorcery aspect of a show called The Magician. And we ever see that show back in the day?
Yeah.
He lived in an aircraft. This was so cool. This is a lot of fun. I remember watching that at the time. You know, for some reason I never actually saw any Kolchaks when I was about 10. What the hell was up with that?
Dean says, would love to see marathons of The Prisoner and The Avengers. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
The Avengers, of course, was like a 10-year run. There's a huge amount of Avengers out there. Prisoner, there's 2 seasons.
Lisa says, my goal is to be more self-aware. And Amanda says, move to a warm, sunny place.
Ah!
No more winters.
Please.
I love that.
Yeah, those are pretty great goals. Yeah. You know, I could get behind a Prisoner-a-thon, and I know that there's an extremely limited number of episodes.
25 minutes.
But they really pack
Central
it in.
time zone people.
Okay, you Central folks.
All right.
Bang.
Right.
Zoom.
I'm missing the
our eye
comments
on
are
you.
coming so fast, which I love, but I'm
Yeah,
missing.
we're trying.
Shannon, good to see you.
Hey,
Happy
Shannon.
New Year.
It is awesome.
Oh, love that Darren McGavin is right next to Vampira at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I've got to get to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
This is awesome.
My favorite Martian. I love my favorite Martian.
No, there's
Oh.
Raise a Glass to Bill Bixby,
Yes.
but also, who am I thinking of? Who played the
Ray
Martian?
Walston.
Yes, thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. Ray Walston, who did all sorts of great, crazy stuff like that. He was the devil in Damn Yankees.
QED.
Oh, man.
Do you know QED?
Mm.
Don't do that.
Yeah, here we go.
That's gonna fall.
One season series. I forget who was in that.
I don't know that one.
The QED stood for the initials of the main character, and he was some sort of polymath circa 1910 who was doing stuff like inventing television. And this is stupid because other people were doing that at the
Russ
time.
says, "Don't get me started on The Prisoner. There isn't enough internet."
Oh yeah, this is going for a while. But I will say that I remember watching QED at the time, and I thought it was entertaining. Ultimately, I think that it really lacked something that allowed it to be a one series.
Doug, I think, is it Columbus Central Time Zone? I don't know. What is Ohio in? Let's see.
Ohio is Eastern Time, isn't it?
I want to say it is because it's not that far from New York.
Because within
Ohio
the past
time zone.
2 years, we actually
Eastern.
traveled.
Yeah,
It's
it's not that long of a drive. So
it's not that much.
Sam Waterston, I love Sam Waterston.
Yes. Okay, that
Grace
was it.
and Frankie. I love him in Grace and Frankie.
It was fantastic. And I will say that I would watch those shows again to see what the hell was going on, because at the time I remember that, and another one season show was, of course, a show called Square Pegs.
Ryan, hi and Happy New Year.
Boom. Hey.
I love Square Pegs.
Yeah.
And Cheryl, Happy New Year to you. Yes,
hello,
Emma
hello.
Peel. Emma Peel, Dan. Yes.
Oh, man. Speaking of Mrs. Peel, one really appreciates that within that show, she is not Miss Peel, she is Mrs. Peel.
Mrs. Peel.
You know, there's another thing going on which is barely revealed, but that's actually an important part of the dynamic.
Oh.
And the simple fact is that she's in leather, she draws on her an Aston, and she kicks butt. So there you go.
I love that.
Easy enough.
I feel I'm missing some of these comments.
Oh, please. Well,
I'm
they're
sorry.
here for it.
I'm sorry.
They're here for it. Yeah. Yeah.
We need someone to read comments. We need an intern.
There's some like cheese ball and crackers happening over here. I'm just saying.
Oh, I have some
We
cheese
happen to have
over
some
here.
cheese and crackers happening over here. This is clam dip and other delights happening behind us. Absolutely.
I remember the New Year's picks.
And the New Year's picks. New Year's picks
Go
are happening.
me.
Hello.
Oh, Joe loved Square Pegs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Sarah
yes,
Jessica.
Sarah Jessica. That was the first time I ever heard of her.
Yeah, and Johnny Slash. I loved Johnny Slash.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic. I love the fact that there was like a radio station on high school campus, and there was a DJ happening, you know. And at one point, they actually got a band to play behind Johnny Slash, and the drummer was John Densmore. It's like, what the hell is this all about? Yeah,
Ryan. Yeah, don't stay up too late. You either.
please. Yep.
Oh, yay.
We're here for as much as. If we want to talk Square Pegs Marathon, well, that can go on for about a season.
John says, my dad had a thing for Diana Rigg.
You don't say. Yeah, well, you know.
And Chaz says, I have a crush on Lady Penelope from the Thunderbirds or Go. Oh! Mrs. Peel was also Mrs. Bond.
Also
yes,
true.
Yes.
Also true, as Dano, watching knows very well. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clam dip is fine. Don't worry about it. It hasn't been out for very long. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't set the cabin on fire.
There's no flame here.
Oh, no, she's not talking to us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mrs. Peel.
Oh, Parker Lewis. I never saw that.
Which one?
Mrs. Peel. Oh, she drove a Lotus.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you very much. You know who actually drove a... I name checked it like minutes ago. An Aston was Honey West.
I thought that was a Triumph.
No, she drove an Aston. Absolutely drove an Aston. Just check it out. She drove an Aston, and it's basically the Vaughn car, which I think that, well, that show was produced by Aaron Spelling.
It was a Shelby Cobra.
She drove a Shelby Cobra. Oh. Could have sworn she drove an Aston.
A 1964 Shelby Cobra.
It sure looks like one. Okay. Okay, well, there we go. Boom, done. And that show ran for one season, and that's a real crime. It kind of hit at the wrong time for such things because it's a really cool show. But it's a lot of fun. And, of course, produced by Aaron Spelling, so it's all flash and, like, you know, surface kind of stuff. But whatever, it worked. It worked really well. in terms of like really cool cars for television characters, there's always the Saint. Now I forget what he was driving around in. Very, very cool. The fact that the Saint eventually
A Volvo P 1800.
Oh, that's a cool looking car. As a matter of fact.
I'm just going to leave this tab open.
We'll just like hang that around.
19 minutes. Central Time Zone.
Oh, Central people there. You're waiting patiently. Well, we're going to take care of you. Yep.
Peter Peel shows up in Diana Rigg's last episode, shown only from behind, looking very similar to Steve.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I've heard of that. Never actually seen the episode, but, you know.
Parker Lewis was Ferris Bueller's Ferris Bueller. I love that. Oh, my God.
That's too cool.
Trampstead. Oh, my gosh. Peggy says I had a Honey West doll. She had a tiny gun.
Yes, you should have.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Oh, and thank you. I rode in the Mannix-mobile. I actually rode in the Mannix-mobile twice. And the parking spaces we got in that damn thing were nuts. But at the end of the day, I started to realize the only time we get these spaces is when I'm riding shotgun, which kind of implied that I was Mannix. But all I can say is if you're trying to get parking directly on Bleecker Street at a random time in the afternoon and it works, there you go. So there you go.
Mannix.
Yeah. And he was driving around, I think, in like a 66
you know what?
Mustang or something? What the hell was Mannix driving? No, he was driving it around in a much bigger car.
1973 Plymouth Barracuda convertible.
What was he driving in 67? When the series started, what was he driving?
Okay,
the cars
Dart.
Dodge Dart.
67 Dodge Dart GTS.
Grief. He was driving an old man car. Ha! That's hilarious.
The thing that kills me now about Dodge Dart is they look like they say Dort. So every time I'm following a Dart, it just looks like it says Dort.
There is a new Dart which looks nothing like a Dart. It's a real crime. It's a terrible car.
Honey West dolls. I would love to have a Honey West doll. Apparently, never mind.
Swanky, you got to knock it off. This is a family show.
Hi, Jeff. Happy New Year. Yay. Good to have you here. All right. We're going to drop the ball in Central Time Zone in
16 minutes.
16 minutes. It had to refresh.
Boom, done.
Okay.
We actually, I'm looking at the Bond Aston over there. We have the Gilbert car, by the way. I bought that at a yard
Every
sale.
car you're like, it's an Aston. It's an Aston. Like, no matter what it is, you're like, Aston.
Well, Bond drove one, and I was pretty sure that Honey West drove one, too. I think she did for a while. But
nope.
Guess I'm wrong. Somebody corrected me. Thank you.
Yes, I'm rude.
Yeah, thank you very much for correcting me.
Oh, you got ice in there.
Yeah, throw some in. Come on. Good. First season, the Toronado.
I don't want...
And the Dart and the Barracuda. Okay.
I don't want ice in my bubbles unless I'm having an Aperol spritz.
Can my parking mojo work next weekend? Probably not, but boy, I wish it could, because we've actually parked... We've driven in for a Ninth Wave at
Ninth Wave is playing at Otto's next weekend. Well, it's because you have an ice cube in there.
No, that didn't make any difference whatsoever.
Science.
I'm just saying. For science, no. But, yeah.
That would be fun.
Do we have bitters?
We do have bitters.
I would love some bitters.
What kind of bitters would you like?
We have which?
We have ginger, and then we have these other ones we haven't even opened yet.
Oh, the chocolate. Could I go with the ginger right now?
Do
and
you?
Then maybe we'll go with chocolate. I got these for
Paul got these for Christmas. Hella Mexican chocolate bitters.
Which look very nice.
So we'll have to try those at some point.
That top is
night, Peggy.
Loose.
And Peter, so good to see you.
Good night. Fantastic
yes,
to see
Happy
you.
New Year to you.
You have seen us through one time zone. That is all you need.
Yes.
Boom, done.
Mm. First season, he had that weird tornado when he worked for the firm. Then he went to the dart and then the CUDA. I love it. Parking brushes with fame. Wait. My friend Bob was the child actor on the sidewalk when Maxwell Smart pulled up in front of and parked in the opening credits of Get Smart. What?
The car, Sunbeam. Yeah, Doug
Sunbeam,
got it.
Yes.
It's a Sunbeam. It's a red Sunbeam. This is a cool car.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
A lot of fun car. That thing.
I did not realize Ninth Wave was
like everybody working on that show was like, I want that car. You know. He had the Sunbeam, and then he had a Carmen Ghia, and then the final season. There was a completely different car, and I completely forget what that was.
Karen says, time to get on eBay.
Mm.
Oh, Elaine again. I bought down the Honey West series as a gift. I have that. I think he bought me that.
Yes,
okay.
I did. Yes, I did. Because it's cool.
But nowhere near as good as Adventures with Mrs. Peel.
Oh,
and then she says, I would still pick you over anyone else as a Trivial Pursuit partner, even though you didn't know Emma Peel's car. Yeah, just don't guess cars. Because you're always like, Aston.
No, I've said that a number of times.
Or Triumph. You're always like,
I always think about these English cars, like an E-Type Jaguar, because hey, I like that car.
But you would be my lifeline. You'll be my lifeline.
Because there's also that Triumph that Bond is driving in 1977 with the film that gives you the greatest Bond opening sequence ever, which is Spy Love Me. No, that's so cool.
This is coffee's cold.
Oh my God. Yeah. The Sunbeam. Looked like the Sunbeam. That was a unique car, English make. Tiny little thing. Zippy. Very zippy. And there it is. It's the Get Smart car. He just like drives up, parks where he needs to, and then like goes in through like 20 doors and goes down to control headquarters.
You've heard of the Smart car. It's the Get Smart car.
The Get Smart car. Get Smart succeeds despite himself because, well, it's Maxwell Smart. Max!
What am I thinking of?
I don't know. What are you thinking of?
Hold on.
Thinking about it. We have about 14 minutes to go. Actually, about 12 minutes
to go.
We got about 10 minutes to go.
We've got
9 minutes. Oh, crap. I got to start getting this thing going. No.
We're 12 minutes out. 12 minutes.
And 14,
Sorry,
13, 12, 11, 10.
Quickie. I did not realize I would have to do car research or I would have done it.
Car search. Nash for sale.
I'm looking at Nash's because what is the Nash I'm thinking of?
The Metropolitan.
No, it's not the Metropolitan.
The Cosmopolitan. You're thinking of which one? The Rambler?
Am I thinking of the Rambler?
You could try Nash Rambler. That's a Staywag, I think.
No.
No. Okay. Anyway.
Which Nash am I thinking of? Let me know which Nash I'm thinking of.
Oh, boy. We'll go from there. Now we're getting into...
You were talking about small cars.
We're getting into tarot cards over here.
What's that tiny Nash I'm thinking of?
The Metropolitan.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Look it up.
No, it's not.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You're
on your own, lady.
I looked it up. No. What is the tiny little Nash I'm thinking of?
The extremely squat Nash that's in UHF.
Sorry about that, Chief. Oh, Carmen Ghia. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, my parents had cool cars back when I was a wee child. MG, TD, and Carmen Ghia. Yes. My family has style. I gotta say, my family has style.
They were looking for some pretty cool looking stuff.
Oh, Lisa said we're almost there.
We're getting there.
New Year's.
Yeah, like the time starts going tick, tick, tick.
Doug says Triumph has some remarkable cars. You know. Yes. Name the Get Smart Star Trek connection. Woo. Try to say that 5 times fast.
Oh, woo. Yeah.
Get Smart Star Trek. Get Smart Star Trek. Get Smart Star Trek. All right, everyone. Is it?
No, it's not Terry Carr.
Name the Get Smart Star Trek connection. I don't know. But if someone can.
Yes, got it.
Oh, he's got it.
Totally
all right,
got it.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's out. Phil's saying Nash Metropolitan.
I told you. Didn't believe me.
Is it? I feel like it was.
Look it up.
Okay.
Nat, look it up. Yeah, make sure that you. Yes, there you go. The Metro.
What is?
That's the UHF car. That's what you're thinking of.
It
It's a very
is?
squat thing
These look
with enclosed
these
rear
look
tires.
bigger than I'm thinking.
And the Trek Get Smart connection is it's not Agent 13,
Oh, I don't know.
is it? But it is like one of the red shirt.
9 minutes.
One of the red shirt guys was also on Get Smart.
Oh, Dawn Adams' daughter, Cecily Adams, played Moogie, Quark's mother, on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
Okay.
Good grief.
Oh my gosh. I would not have gotten that.
That's obscure, sir. You're fired. No, but no, you're not. That's
Carl
fine. It's all part of
Aon
the fun.
has a Kia. He needs to get on the road. Oh.
Well, he should. Just saying.
Jeopardy theme plays. What was the French one with 3 wheels? I'm going to throw it out there. I don't know. Although I can picture it. It was in many 60s films.
There's an English one with 3 wheels.
I mean, we got car people watching.
There's
so.
an English thing with 3 wheels that was in the movie
Ooh, Aaron
The Party. It's not the French thing. I thought that the French thing was... Well, I have to think about what it was. Yeah.
Aaron says,
my
just
mind.
made an Aperol Spritz and ready for the ball drop.
Hello.
Lovely.
Thank you, Erin. You were waiting
And-
patiently.
Elaine says, my parents had a Morris Minor tough car with 4 kids. The funny thing is, we have the Challenger now, and no adult wants to get in the back seat. So we always get people to drive us places. Like, oh, we all want to pile into the car and go someplace. Oh, we don't want to take your car. No one wants to get in the back seat. So
You'd love to show up in that car, though. And I got to say, for a muscle car, that has the most space of anything
I
that
thought
you're
it
going to
was
get
a
in the back
pony
seat.
car.
It's a muscle car.
I thought it was a pony car.
Pony cars are tiny because they're pony. But this thing actually has a lot of boot space, and you could actually fit adults in the back of the thing, and you're like, oh, I'm not
John
dying
says,
here.
got nothing to say about cars, sorry.
Yep,
and Mom
that's
says,
right.
in an Audrey Hepburn movie. I think I've seen that movie. All right. No car people
I
have
thought
anything
that
for
was
us?
some kind of Citroen that had the 3 wheels.
Mm,
And there's also some tiny...
that's the only French car I know.
There's some tiny weird Italian thing in a Depeche Mode video.
Yes.
And I forget
Hold on.
what. It's a Fiat. There's some weird Fiat
Here we
thing.
go. French car 3 wheels.
Yeah.
Citroen based.
It is a
3
Citroen.
wheeler.
Hello. Yep.
Okay.
The Reliant. Interesting. This has suddenly become about automobiles. I don't know.
You never know where these broadcasts will go. That's why I used to try to do all this preparation.
I don't direct
and
these things.
Now I don't because
They just go.
you never know where these broadcasts
just
will
go.
go.
Yeah, Quark. Interesting character.
Oh, Quark. I remember.
Yeah.
Morgan made a 3-wheeler. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Quark is played by Armin Shimmerman, who was actually on Broadway in the revival of a Threepenny Opera in 1976.
Thinking, never let me down again. Yes.
Yep. I think you're right.
Yes.
What the hell is that car? I think it's some kind of a Fiat that they're driving around in.
At BMW Isetta.
Oh, I'm totally wrong. Oh, yeah, that's an Isetta. Yeah, I'm looking at that thing.
Yep.
It's this weird squat thing. It looks like a smart car.
It does.
And it's actually the door is on the face of the car. You have to pull it out from the front of the car.
Oh, wait, hold on. I love seeing people's first cars. Gettysburg Ma'am says, my first car was a 1980 T-top Formula One Firebird. T-tops leaked like a broken faucet. The car was 6 different colors before I had it painted. The back seat was the size of a shoebox, but I love that car.
Oh, those were fun cars.
John says 2023 year of the vehicle. My first car, which we can talk about in a moment.
And correct, John.
I gotta
yeah.
check the time.
Mac the Knife. Yeah, exactly that kind of thing. And
Armin Shimmerman, master thespian.
yes, master thespian. You know, I have been in more theater than
5
you
minutes.
can imagine.
5 minutes.
No, he was like a
Central
real
Time
thing.
Zone people.
But also, Britton Spooner had done Broadway before that. And who was it in Deep Space Nine? The young alien gal, and I'm forgetting the actress's name, had done Broadway.
I think
all of these people were taken from
you.
Broadway. As a matter of fact,
you have people to help you here.
Yeah, thank you. If somebody wants to jump into that,
Isetta, funny face. Oh, okay, all right.
Boom. The funny face.
What was I going to say?
Which means that your mother actually knew a Depeche Mode reference. Okay, that's
Doug's first car.
Aging, Christy.
Pepper Tree. Doug's first car was a 1978 AMC AMX.
Is that the car that's featured in not Live and Let Die, but the other Bond picture that features AMC cars? That's actually set in like Indonesia. What am I thinking of? Man with the Golden Gun? I'm trying to remember what the one.
I do not know.
Yeah.
My first car was a 1976 Chevy Impala.
Mm.
And this thing was the size of an aircraft carrier.
It was a large vehicle. We can imagine such things.
Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says,
hello.
Hubby had a 72 Firebird Formula back in the early 80s. 82 and feathered hair and Van Halen for the win. Oh my gosh. Love it. I love it. And Happy New Year, by the way.
You know, the funny thing is, we were actually
the Midwest Microcar Museum. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
Wait.
I gotta get in. Russ says, mic drop. My father imported a 1929 Rolls-Royce hearse as a spec investment. 1, worst idea ever. 2, coolest thing ever. You could have a dozen kids rolling around in the back. Small European cars, meh. I love it.
Hilarious.
The Midwest Microcar Museum. That sounds fun,
and
Chaz.
And what?
And David, good to see you. Happy New Year.
Yes,
Thank you for joining us.
Speaking of the BOC symbol, we were just in a store today where I'm listening, and the soundtrack is starting to play New Year's tunes, and what starts getting played, but all of these like chimes on the clock, and I'm like, is that Black Sabbath
2 minutes.
playing Black Sabbath? No, it was Hell's Bells. I was like, oh yeah, of course. There we go. So there we go. It was pretty hilarious. Actually.
We got Nana Visitor did Broadway, but I don't think Terry Farrell or Nicole DeVore did. Okay, I saw Nana Visitor in 42nd Street.
Yes, because you got the program.
Yeah,
Nana Visitor actually did legit
Lisa
theater.
says, I drove Alt Blue Valiant. Oh my gosh. 3 minutes, yes. Elizabeth says, mine was a 1971
VW Fastback.
I love those. There was a period where I wanted a VW
You don't
Fastback.
see those on the road very much, I think, because they rust out terribly.
Have one?
No, we had a Squareback.
All right, 1 minute,
so like
40
exactly
seconds.
the same car with a wagon configuration.
I liked the Squareback too, though.
The Squareback was fun. It was a really small car, but you could create around a couple of kids in that thing. She did for years. All right, 1 minute and 28, 76, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds.
Clamp.
We can unclamp. Unclamp the bolts.
Oh, David says I missed my '68 Mercury Cougar high school car.
Oh,
that's a cool car.
Mercury Cougar is like that's like a McGarrett car. Speaking of 5.
Oh, Gettysburg Ham, right? Like this car was enormous.
Mm-hmm.
Enormous. All right.
I learned to drive in a
1 minute.
I learned to drive in a Plymouth Volare. Oh boy.
Unclamp.
A very standard sort of wagon, not huge.
Unclamp the ball, so to speak. I had to start counting on 8 last hour.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll be on time for it this time. All right, we're on time. You can hang out for 20 or so seconds.
Ball is dropping gradually.
No.
Slowly.
No.
What?
You don't want a premature ball dropping.
Premature ball
dropping.
Shulation.
You don't want that. 14.
Now we gotta
13,
go.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Are you ready, Central?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom! Forget. Ours will still be it. Cha-cha-cha. Dig, dig, dig. Ring, ring, ring. Good evening, friends.
Happy New Year, Central Time Zone people! Alright, retract that ball.
What? Hey, come on.
Retract that ball.
We got that going on. Okay, these things still hurt, so they're coming off. But we
Get rid of it.
do that. What?
Your glasses.
Oh.
You said they hurt.
Yeah, I
Get rid of
took
them.
them off. So.
Good.
And folks, whoever you are, wherever you are,
I was keeping your drink secure because...
if old acquaintance should be forget, ours will still be it. Yada, 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 ha-cha-cha.
Dig,
Dig, dig, dig.
Yep.
There you go. Have some Prosecco, they commanded. I hope you, of course, bought your
champagne.
case of Prosecco
Blanc de
before
Blanc,
the evening happens so that you can
Cava,
keep going with this all
even.
evening. We're going to go through 12 time zones, you know. If I am, I'm
I
dead.
know.
Now, we're going to go through...
I'll be putting on my jammies if we're going through 12 times.
if we go much longer than this, I'm putting my robe on.
Do it.
That's a oh, well, I can do that.
Do it.
All right, so
I might
folks,
slip into my jammies. I was gonna wear jammies and then I ordered a robe and I didn't like it, so I sent it back.
you did.
So I wore my hostess.
You got it, and then you said, "Do you think?" And I took a look. I'm like, "Yeah, that doesn't really make it." So that's too bad.
It was too dark.
It was a cool concept, but it didn't quite make it.
No, it looked brighter online.
Yeah.
When I got it, I was like, eh.
I'm wearing a violet shirt. You had something that you thought might be similar to this color,
It
but
was
it was
supposed
much
to be
darker.
purple, and it turned out
Much
to be
darker.
very dark.
So there we go.
Anyway, let's retract the ball.
Oh, like undescended.
Lift.
Anyway.
Undescend your ball so that we can drop it again. Mountain time. Stop. Mountain time.
All right, who's watching in, say, Colorado? Because we will take care of you folks.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, come on. Hey,
Lift that ball.
Hey, ah! Ugh.
Is it getting heavier?
No. Ah! But it's giving me grief.
I'm holding your drink.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we go.
All right.
Clamping it down. The balls will not be released.
Oh,
now.
John mentioned cherry. Oh, Happy New Year, Oklahoma.
Hello!
Oh, Russ says, tonight's edition of Car Talk brought to you by the kind of folks at 2023. Exactly. Yes.
We don't
Happy
even do
New
cars
Year,
like that.
everyone.
But true. But true.
Oh, Doug says, my first car that I bought with my own cash was a 63 VW Bug. Oh.
Square
Lisa
back.
had a 78 Monte Carlo in high school.
Wow. Rust Belt New Year, baby. Make it happen.
All right. Okay. I'm catching up. Catching up.
Yep, checking it.
There was something I wanted to
Times
say.
2, yep.
Oh, yes. Gettysburg Mama. I loved the link you sent me of the Glamma Jammies. I was going to do, I got a robe and everything. Cool. I'm like, it did not live up to the hype. The robe I got, which was not from the link you sent. So, no. Yeah.
Oh, Cherry Jones and the Heiress. We saw that.
We did see that, yes.
That
Cherry Jones and the Heiress.
Chilling.
Yes.
Yeah, very well done. I think it was William Moffat was also in that, and he was well cast. That was a really, really good cast in that.
Oh, yeah. Chaz was saying, always wondered, why did they sing Auld Lang Syne on Christmas Eve in It's Wonderful Life? Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I cannot tell you, sir. I think you need to go talking to Mr. Capra or Capra 2 or Capra 3. And who knows?
Lisa says, I almost wore one of my caftans for tonight's gathering.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fireworks at midnight.
Soylent Night. We have not watched Soylent Night yet.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I intend to watch more movies in the new year.
There's more things happening. Well, I think I could actually change that because we've been through 2 time zones.
All right.
I'll squeeze past you.
He can't go out the other way because...
It's got to be this way. carefully. I don't want to disturb anything.
There's a whole infrastructure around
this
around
business.
the ball.
Hey.
All right, you go. You slip into your jammies, and then I'll
Let's
slip
get
into my
comfortable.
jammies.
Let's get comfortable. Oh.
Oh yes, ever seen a VW Bug with a Rolls? Yes, what do they call those? Rolls-Wagon. Yes, VW Bug with a Rolls Royce kit on the front. Don't they call those Rolls wagons? I love it. So good. We have a friend who has a Rolls wagon, I think. Jammy time. I know. Oh. It's about old friends. I love it. Okay. I'm going to go get into my jammies after Paul. Hopefully he won't crash while he's in there. Oh, wait. Okay. Lisa says, my life is all about my Corvette then and my Mercedes now. I love cars. I think I'm a car person. Yeah. Elaine says, first car I bought was a 1972 VW Super Beetle. First car I drove was my parents' 1966 Dodge Coronet. I love it. The first time I ever drove, when I was learning to drive, I got in an accident. Yeah, it was. I forget what car it was, but it was my parents' car, and my mom took me out to teach me how to drive. And I was turning out of the shopping center, and I turned in front of a car that was going straight, and I got T-boned, but it was my fault. And yeah, I've been a very careful driver ever since, because getting T-boned your first day of driving is not fun. Carradine says, I had a 1978 Plymouth Volare. My grandmother had a Buick, and I do not remember what the model was, but, ooh, a caftan like Mrs. Roper. Yes, like Mrs. Roper. Mrs. Roper's wardrobe was on point. Three's Company New Year's Eve. Maybe we'll do that next year. I love that idea. Three's Company New Year's Eve. David says, I love driving my Camaro daily now. Well, who wouldn't? But yes, Caftan. What was I saying? I had a point, which I've completely lost. I don't know. At least you lived while you learned. Exactly. You know, when I think about it now, it's not funny, but it's like, yeah, you know what? You were a kid. At the time, I was like, oh, horrible. You know? Happy New Year, Phil! Russ says, my first car was a lime green 74 Vega wagon because I couldn't afford a Volvo P1800 wagon. Still can't. Oh. Gettysburg Ma'am says, Three's Company New Year's Eve would be fun. I think I could pull off Janet. Our friend knows her. He's been making a film for like many years, and she has a part in it. And yeah, I missed the opportunity to meet her, but she sounds amazing. You know, 2023. I know. Maybe we'll do Three's Company. I'm feeling this. Okay, Baron von Swankenstein says, my favorite vintage car, either a 1932 Auburn or 1960 Dodge Polara. Okay. I might have to go pull out my books. Mm-hmm. Oh, Paul's back. Mrs. Roper's wardrobe was on point. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to change places with Paul.
Caftan Nation.
I'm going to change into my jammies. Well, he put on well, go ahead. He put on a smoking jacket.
I know. I'm still in suit and tie, except that I don't have
my jammies are a little more basic, but...
Of course, like, you know, Dad would still be wearing the tie because that's the kind of thing. Hello. Bang, bang, bang.
You knew Gene Stapleton? Gettysburg Ma'am? What?
Hello.
I love her.
Is awesome. Half Captain Will Travel is the name of a gal. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Kind of gotta love that sort of thing.
I'm gonna have some.
Why don't you have whatever the hell you want?
I am.
You need to change into something more comfortable. I did.
I'm actually completely comfortable.
Yep. We're feeling pretty good. I would have been in this to begin with, but I thought, start with a suit. And then you can devolve from there. It's like you start with the sort of tuxedo with the bow tie.
Pardon me.
And if you have a genuine bow tie that's tied, you can sort of like loosen it. And then it falls loose, and then all the guys with the clip-on bow tie are like, what? You know? Ha ha. I love that. Learn to tie a bow tie. It's not that hard. It's like learning to tie like various forms of a square knot and a cravat. It's not a big deal. It's good for you. So, 60 Thunderbird. Oh, wow. Cool. Love it. Love it. Okay, yeah. Gene Stapleton, actually no relation to Maureen Stapleton. Although for years, I think everybody thought so. Both like, you know, classic stage and television actresses. So, that's a big distinction right there. 65 Jag E is one of my favorite cars. 65, 66, somewhere in that range. I mean, you're talking both fairly unreliable vehicles, so it's like driving around in one of those extremely sporty Italian jobs. You need to have a good mechanic going on. When they hum like mad. But, like, you know, it's going to break down in you a lot. Because it's a temperamental little thing. It drives you.
Is that the one where, was it Lane tried to commit suicide in Mad Men?
Yes, in Mad Men.
And he couldn't because
1966 Jaguar because it wouldn't start.
Oh God,
that's a joke. You know, it's a very, very dark bit of humor. But yes. Oh wow, excellent. But yes, we're talking about fun cars, good cars, and all sorts of things. If you do not drive cars, that's okay. Maybe you know a television character who drives a pretty cool looking car. So that's the idea.
I did not put on my jammies.
What did you go for?
Well, you still look glamorous.
I've got a smoking jacket.
I know.
That means that I'm ready for leisure wear. So should you be.
My jammies aren't of the glamorous variety.
Well, you do you.
I'm just gonna stay in my little hostess.
My little hostess outfit. I'm just saying, but definitely a lot of synthetic materials going on here. But so is that the case with this jacket right here?
Wait.
So yes,
John, you're related to Jim Boyd, who played J. Arthur Crank on the Electric Company.
Oh, hello.
How am I just hearing about this for the
Why
first
did
time?
I know that? I'm just saying.
Eric says, I drive people crazy.
At the end of the day, you need to drive people something. So, hey, that's a thing. You know, end of the day. 13 minutes into this countdown. 47 minutes until the next
46.
ball drop.
46 minutes until mountain time.
Yeah. So all these folks who are hanging out up there in Colorado.
How about Nick Knight's car in Forever Night? Oh,
wow.
What car? Okay, hold on.
How about the Knight Rider car? I'm just saying. Michael. Boom. Yeah, a car that will actually speak to you in a sort of a condescending East Coast accent. Now, there's a thing right there.
Nick's car is a Cadillac, often referred to as the Caddy.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched that show, so I had to look that up.
Yep. Fair enough. I hadn't either. So there you go. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to change.
Why don't you take care of that?
I'm going to be less glamorous. Get ready. I'm de-glamming.
The lady has to become more comfortable. Pardon. I'm actually drinking a lot of carbonated substances here tonight, so pardon me. So just here's that. Oh, yeah. Okay. coughing during the day. That's kind of fun. Going to be here till the end. Famous last. Yeah, like, I think those are my famous last words. I'm like, oh yeah, we're totally here through 4 time zones. And it's like, you get to the end of the 3rd time zone, you're like, hello, hospital? You know, we're trying as best we can. I tell you, we're not actually mainlining martinis. That would be just suicide. That would be so stupid. This is just all bubbly drinks. Keep it easy, keep it simple, keep it direct. And I hope you're doing something similar. If you're going to bear with us, it's like it should be beer, wine, or bubbles. It should just be something like really kind of lighter anyway. If you're going to work a sort of a French 75 angle, like lighten up on the base, because this is not like a shot of hooch per drink kind of show. We're trying to be here for the long run. It's a marathon, not a sprint, as they say. So very good. Okay, yeah, right. Hot rods. Oh, Cookie Burns was definitely a hot rod guy with these things, and I forget what he was driving around. He was probably driving around in some hot rod kind of thing that you would see in a 50s AIP kind of picture. So yeah. I did a fair amount of napping today, and I am not set because we are proceeding with what we're doing. And we also had crustaceans earlier, and with a lot of butter. So I'm like, yeah. Digestion, big fun.
I did not go for pajamas, but I put on what I was wearing earlier. Mm-hmm. But tiara was pressing on my head.
Ow.
All right.
So, there we go.
I had no naps today.
But you took
it easy. A nap.
I took a pause.
I had no nap.
Because.
Oh, yeah, you could totally see me changing clothes in the background.
Well, you didn't change clothes in the background.
Oh, you could see me moving around.
You can move around the background.
Thankfully, I was covered.
39.
I'm like watching the replay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there we go.
Hello. Bonneville.
Oh.
Now, that's actually beyond hot rods. That's like speed, land speed record cars. Hey, John, are you still watching Land Speed Record? Does that remind you of anything? I'm just saying. That's like cars powered by natural gas or jet engines. That's just crazy.
I was drinking no alcohol. You know,
yeah.
I had a Coke course earlier in the evening, and I think that was smart.
I might do another one.
Keeping us alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now, somebody else was also name checking. Bubbles. Yeah, French 75. Good idea. So, like anything you're working on right now in terms of cars, drop a road here. We've been talking cars for a while. We were talking sort of classic 60s private eye cars. And then we might even start talking like state police cars along the lines of 5.0. Because like that was the thing too, and what is being driven there? It's all like Ford products because they were sponsored the show. So he's driving around in a Mercury.
Oh my gosh, Elizabeth says, "Love my square back." I love that you have a square back.
Okay, that's fun. That's fun. You really don't see those on the road. I haven't seen a square back on the road since the 70s. I think they just all rusted out. They don't look great. I see the Beetle. From time to time, there's like a couple of local people who drive like a real classic Beetle. And that's fun, you know.
Really?
It's a real fun kind of classic car. But you don't see a chop back or a square back, which is really kind of interesting because they're contemporary cars.
Yes.
The square back was in production until about 1976 anyway, I think. And it's a classic tiny wagon. You think about also the van from that period of time was a great way to get people around the Alps. And then I knew a whole family who got around in one of those in the 70s.
Happy New Year, Lisa! Go, you made it to New Year. Go to sleep.
Oh, please.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Oh, Julie says my PJs aren't glamorous, but they do have flamingos and palm trees on them.
Sounds glamorous to me.
I might end up in mine. Mine are leopard. I got them for Christmas, and I love them. They're so comfy.
Oh, yeah.
So comfy.
Now, and John is actually name-checking the correct Husker Du album, Land Speed Record. is just all speed. That thing is.
David
just
says, I need to get to
hardcore.
work on my, pardon me, Ford Model A Roadster truck.
Check it out, dude.
Wow.
Make it happen.
California Highway Patrol cars were all Chryslers. Oh my gosh.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Who is making these things happen?
Gremlins and Pacers have a huge fan base for some reason. Okay, so my mom had a Pacer
Oh boy. I remember the Pacer.
that she wanted to get rid of. So she just basically gave it away for free. She was like, she left the keys in
Who
it.
got the title?
And
Good son.
one of my sister's friends.
Mhm.
They just picked it up one day.
Drove it away.
Yeah.
One day. The Pacer as an AMC car is really not sung very well. There's a good reason for it. It's sort of a fishbowl.
You want a topper?
I'll take a topper.
Bring
It's
it in.
also
Bring it in.
it's also sort of damn ugly, I gotta say. Even the Gremlin had a sort of sportiness to it, even though it's not a very pretty car. And then there's like the AMX, which was designed to be extremely sporty, and did work for that at the time. But AMC is not very well sung these days. I believe AMC is the eventual inheritors of the Nash brand.
Oh my gosh.
Was American Motors.
Karen says my friend had a Pacer. She put racing stripes on it.
Oh yeah.
And Baron von Swankenstein says my family had a gremlin when I was a kid. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh
Hilarious.
my gosh. Good night, Lisa. Happy New Year.
That's done.
Didn't the Pacer probably have problems with the gas tank? I don't know.
No, the Pinto.
Oh, the Pinto. Oh, yeah. Okay, so over on
You're
Facebook,
thinking of
John
the
said
Pinto.
you have a Pinto. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Pinto. That
We do have a friend who had a Pinto. I don't think he
a
still does.
rear-mounted gas tank, and there was a whole gag where, like, if you popped it from behind, you would make the car explode. Well, if you did that exactly right, that probably would work. But it was a known failure mode.
You want some bitters?
I'll take some bitters.
I will too.
Yep. Oh, the only car, the Pacer was the only car that would fit a full-size harp. I believe it. It was a very wide car in the back. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It had a real fishbowl effect in the back of the thing, which meant back when it was really hot in August and you're driving around in this thing, all the kids in the back are like, wow, it's really hot back here. Yeah, I believe that. It's not like these things had air conditioning. Although some of them had an 8-track player in dash, so.
Can we make it to Mountain Time?
Mountain Time? I think we can make the
36
Mountain
minutes.
Time. It's only 36
All right.
minutes. If the demand is up, we can definitely do it.
I don't know if we have any Mountain Time people.
We'll see what's what.
I don't know if we're
We-
making it to Pacific Time.
We have
I don't know if we're
had,
making it to specific time.
well, we have had some Pacific Time folks who I think have sided off. So, well, you know, we do what we need to.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
saying.
Karen von Swankenstein says, I once saw a Pinto with a custom paint job. The flames were painted on the back. Oh! Oh! That's hilarious.
I don't know if Pacers had a real problem with rolls.
Satellites Mountain Time. All right. Well, we're in for Mountain Time. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. All right. We're in for Mountain Time. Yeah, it might feel like my tear was pressing on my head, and now it's not. So.
It's not because it's gone. We're good.
Because it's gone.
We don't need anything squishing your head.
We still
during the
have another
broadcast.
bottle of bubbles
Just
in
saying.
there.
We're still good for a while.
All right. We got this.
We got one Mountain Time.
All the
Beautiful
self-driving electric cars in Westworld look like Pacers. Oh, David's on Mountain Time too. All right,
Hey,
we got
all
some
right.
Mountain Time people
Okay.
here. All right.
Definitely happening.
Pacer went into a demolition derby. What? How do I not know this story? I feel like this is a family story that
Anybody?
I don't know.
I seem to recall that was a manual drive car too.
Amy!
Mhm.
Happy New
Hey!
Year. Good to see
Hello,
you.
hello.
All right.
Apparently
Okay.
you were at the Duran Duran show because you're just showing up now.
Russ says, Pacific here. Don't wait up for me. I won't be.
It's going to be gone. I'm glad when the Pacific people are like, oh, I'm out of here, you know?
Exactly.
It actually saves me from having to talk to thin air.
We'll
because we would be here for you.
Amy just got home from a party. Well, good for you. Oh. Yeah, by Pacific time, we'll be like, so anyway, what's everyone doing tomorrow?
Well, let me tell you, folks, when you make New Year's resolutions and you don't keep them, it's terrible. I'm going to tell you, you're going to go straight to heck for that.
You're lying to yourself.
Blah, blah, blah. You know, we're not going to do that on you.
Yeah, so a friend of Christie's had the pacer. I did know that. I did know that a friend of Christie's picked it up, but I didn't know what became of it.
Okay, now we know. It went to the
I like the Demolition Derby story.
I think a pacer would do well in the Demolition Derby because it's a weird shape.
Dan is asleep, but I'm still here. Yay!
Hey! Elaine. Rock and roll.
You go.
Hey, Dano, wake up! Come on, man.
Oh, Vegas Pacific time. Oh, we may not make it either.
Oh, yeah. We tried.
Yes, and
we tried.
And Pepper Tree Villa Pacific time. I know.
Yep.
We love our Pacific time people.
We really do, and we serve you every time. That
Although
we go
it's like 1:25 here, and I'm feeling fine.
I'm okay.
1:25, and I'm feeling fine.
I'm not dead yet.
Ready to drop that ball.
I'm not dead yet. We've got like 35 minutes to drop that. I can do it again. After that, well, we'll see what happens.
33.
Yeah.
33 minutes.
Oh, 33. Hello. Even less time. We were watching the Poseidon Adventure earlier this night.
Oh, Lisa. Okay, Lisa
about, like,
and Andy are still there with their friends. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Go.
All right. Well, I feel like we've done cars.
We were talking about cars for a while. Particularly when we talk about television shows with a distinctive car. Everything from Honey West to Get Smart. Some pretty hot rods going on there, I gotta say. In a personal basis, I mean, people at the time did what they had to. It's not like, oh, I had an extremely hot car at the time. Yeah, well, that was an expensive car. So, I know that you got what you could. Some people are talking about having a squareback VW. Yeah, that's not a real hot car.
As I mentioned earlier.
Fun car.
In terms of liking some cheesy Aaron Spelling TV, I looked up heart-to-heart cars because I feel like on heart-to-heart they're always driving a different car.
Yeah.
The Hearts own a Mercedes-Benz 300 TD diesel wagon, a dark green Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible replacing the Series 3 Bentley Custom Cabriolet in the first season, and a yellow Mercedes-Benz SL Roadster. All right.
Replaced by anyone later on.
Yeah, so it seems like every episode they're driving something different, but...
Yeah, because the man is totally loaded and he's going to have like 100 cars. Blah, blah, blah. Right?
Oh my gosh, Lisa says I busted my toe just now dancing, but how cool. Oh my gosh.
We're going to dancing. We're still Lisa, here with friends. We're still here with friends making it happen, at least for another half hour. We'll do our best. I think we can go through 3 time zones. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's rainy and foggy for Amy. And then David says in Salt Lake City, bearing total fog. It's a damp in Albany. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Well, it's damp here. It's been raining since at least the early afternoon, and it's kind of hauling down and clammy. Albeit it's in the 50s, so it's not the freezing that we had over the past week.
It was downright warm. Well, I have the door open because it's so warm.
Yeah. I mean, we're both in polyester here, so I'm like, yeah, here's a good idea. I don't know if I
am anymore.
Here's a good idea. I'm good with that.
I'm wearing my little thingy.
You get your thingy?
I switched into my thingy. I took off
the thingy.
My tiara that was pressing on my head.
Yeah.
Wayne's World Pacer. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy's wearing her mirror ball earrings tonight, and people kept asking me if they were going to drop at midnight. I couldn't figure out if they wanted me to fall to the ground at midnight, and said nope. Jeez.
You're apparently supposed to have some sort of chain-operated device that lets them drop down to the ground at the time. That sounds like a lot of engineering.
Oh my
You
gosh.
might want to talk to Doug about that. I'm just saying.
Helene says, we went to an old people New Year's party. It started at 3 p.m. Everyone left by 10.
Bye.
Oh.
See you later, guys.
I get it.
I know.
I'm not going to lie. I get it.
Well, here's the thing about the New Year's parties. If you want to go to a New Year's party in, say, New York City, you're going to spend a mint just to be there until midnight and then set off.
Ugh.
Just like that. And if you actually go to, like, I'm there to see the ball drop on New Year's, as soon as it drops, you're done. And people are like, get out of here. Wow. Okay. Sorry. So
Well,
it's just like, what an anticlimax.
I don't honestly know.
Yeah?
I don't honestly know, but
Yeah.
I will say that I've heard stories.
Rumors have it.
David said, Paul, you need a speed suit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Satellite says we went to an old people New Year's Eve party at 7 tonight. This makes me so happy. These old people New Year's Eve parties make me very happy.
Oh, I tell you. We do our best with these things.
We have to party even if we're old.
I mean, the fact is, we're partying well past midnight here, but we're in our location.
We're in, I know.
We
don't have to
are
go
in
anywhere.
Velveteen Lounge World Domination Headquarters right here. So, of course, we're good. Wherever you are, I hope you're home. I really hope you're home. Because if you're
this
anywhere
is so
remote,
cute.
it's a real drag.
This is so cute.
Yeah.
Baron von Spankenstein says, at the library, they have a New Year's Eve party for little kids. They count down to noon instead of midnight.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Hilarious.
That's adorable. I love that.
Hilarious.
Hi, Clinton. Happy New Year.
Hey.
Next year's with Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
Oh
We do
my
what we
gosh.
can. Cocktail in a tiki mug. A hurricane cocktail
Ooh, a
in a
hurricane
tiki mug. How big
cocktail.
fun.
Nice.
A hurricane is a good thing to nurse along for a while. It's strong.
Not for us old people, real old people. I know.
Seriously.
I know, but...
All right. Pardon me.
All right.
Coming up.
I'm letting you out.
Please.
Can you get past?
Ooh,
All right.
Very carefully.
All right.
Ha.
All right. Will he be back?
He'll be back.
Okay, good.
Yep.
I'm thinking of Tootsie. Has anyone seen Tootsie? Will he be back?
Maybe. You know what?
I know, because hashtag old. All right. Catching up. Ooh, a double strength one. I love a hurricane. A well-made hurricane. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
I enjoy a hurricane. So we are... I gotta update my clock. 27 minutes out from mountain time. He's got to come back because I have no idea how to operate this contraption, our ball, but I'm positive I can do it. Okay, so we've talked about cars, movies. We talked about New Year's Eve movies too. A lot of us have watched After the Thin Man. Poseidon Adventure is also set on New Year's Eve. The Apartment is partially set New Year's Eve, but does anyone else have any others? And anything you watch at the holidays that isn't necessarily a holiday themed movie, but you have to watch it every year. Because as I was sitting there earlier watching movies, I thought, I really want to watch All About Eve and To Be or Not to Be. So even though they're not holiday themed, I feel like the holidays are bringing this up for me. So I would love to know what you're thinking too. Coming back? Movies about cars. Oh, movies about cars. Oh. Christine. That's about a car.
Yeah, that's about a car.
Look who's back.
Well, hello.
I was asking about movies that people like to watch over the holidays.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Movies about cars.
Ooh, Clinton says, gonna have Nashville hot chicken wings BBQ, etc.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Woo! Watch out for that reflux. Boom.
Oh my gosh, Clinton, watch Poseidon Adventure in the drive-in theater when it came out. I can quote that movie. I did not realize until this year how accurately I can quote that film. And you can attest to that.
Yeah,
the whole movie, I'm just like saying all the lines under
boom, boom,
breath.
boom. You know, you get used to these sorts of things, and like, it's well done. You know,
oh my gosh,
it's kind of Rocky Horror.
Oh, yeah, it's so great. Oh, John says, I remember more from Thanksgiving. March of the Wooden Soldiers and Errol Flynn, Robin Hood. Oh, my mom would like that one. Yeah.
You don't say.
Errol Flynn,
and why is that a Thanksgiving thing? That's
Star Wars Marathon.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
New Year's Evil.
Warzone.
Oh my gosh, New Year's Evil. I've never seen that, but that feels like an oversight. Okay.
NYE slasher picture. Oh, brother. Yep.
It's a mad, 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 mad world. Yes.
Which is funny. I don't know. Is that specifically linked to a particular time of the year? It's just like a crazy caper picture, you know? Also done in Cinerama at the time. But crazy. Like 1 billion people were in this picture.
It's a mad, 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 mad world.
Mad,
yes,
mad,
yes.
Mad, you know? And if you remember that at the time that was in the cinema, the Mad magazine had a book called "It's a World, 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 World Mad."
That was a song in the musical.
Yep.
The hell is that show called? Mad Show? The Mad Show?
Mad
is
Show?
That it?
Maybe that's it. It's a world, 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 world mad. But no, there was a book, as I recall.
The Mad Show. Yeah.
The Mad Show from 1965, I believe,
yep.
was actually designed to run Mad magazine. Like
yep.
it was an off-Broadway kind of thing.
Yep.
It wasn't like this thing was playing in the, you know,
it's a
Hirschfeld or anything.
I remember that song.
Yep. Big fun.
Oh, hubby's family tradition to watch Mad Mad World. Oh my God, I love these traditions.
That's a fun tradition because it's very specific.
Watch out for that reflex. Oh.
Seriously.
How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Okay. Okay, right now. Yep.
Oh my gosh, Gettysburg Ma'am says my stupid Wi-Fi went out. I can't make phone calls.
We have issues. Just saying.
Oh, John says Robin Hood was played the day after Thanksgiving on Channel 11.
Hello.
Oh.
Very specific.
Oh my gosh, David says when Poseidon Adventure came out, I got Maureen McGovern morning after on 45. I love that. Love it. Love it.
So you could play it anytime you wanted and recreate the motion picture.
Oh, yes. Man. Twilight Zone mirror. We did like a whole Twilight Zone thing earlier, Amy.
Yes.
And I know you were at a party, so good for you.
You missed all that.
Yeah,
you could actually like dial it up to check out some of the dialogue here. But you know what people are talking about.
Clinton says I cried when Shelley died after swimming.
Oh, yeah.
So good. So good.
In the water, she's a very skinny lady, as she says.
In the water, I'm a very skinny lady.
She's got lung capacity. She really makes it happen.
She's saved all of them. If it wasn't for her, they all would have drowned.
Because the Reverend would have been dead.
Ooh. Mom says
she made it happen.
Fred and Ginger marathon on.
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
All right. And Clinton says, actually, I'm going to watch the claymation of the Monster Mash Party made by Rankin Bass.
You mean Mad Monster Party?
Mad Monster Party? Is that the one?
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
I love that one.
That's a crazy, crazy little picture. And a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Says,
and musical.
Our house has a moment of Twilight Zone right now.
Oh, wow. We try.
I love it. Yes, he's saying yes. Okay.
We've been talking Zonathon all evening. If you want to do it, it's not that
David
hard.
said, I need to watch Le Mans with Steve McQueen for days. I kind of feel like I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Classic. I think that was...
Oh, John says Mad Mad World was a little over the top for his taste. Okay.
Well, it's a crazy, stupid picture.
Well, I love a
ton of
crazy,
stuff going
stupid
on.
picture. So
I'm not going to say I'm going to go like, oh, this is not worth your time or
I'm not
anything.
gonna lie.
It's a crazy, stupid, might be a lot of fun. So I will say that. Absolutely.
Yes, Mad Monster Party.
Mm-hmm. Mad Monster Party. Yes.
You're just gonna sing along.
I am not very well. I don't have a lot of voice power right now. It's very true.
Elizabeth says, my fave tradition is starting the holiday season with the MST3K Turkey Day Marathon.
Well, MST3K displays a lot of turkeys, so
yeah,
they might actually have some experience
Rose,
with
and
such
Happy
things.
New Year.
Just saying. Yeah. Hey, Rose.
Happy New Year to you, Rose.
Hello. So good to see you here.
Getting ready. 19 minutes till mountain time.
19. Yep. Oh, Amy has Mad Monster Party. Of course. And good for you.
Oh, and today's TCM
classic.
had That's Entertainment. Okay.
It's a classic.
All right. I love that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get some chocolate.
Well, that's a fine idea. Mm-hmm.
You want anything?
That sounds like a good idea, if any.
All right.
We have a number of things to my right, which are all about mixing up beverages. I've been pretty happy all evening to stick with the Prosecco because that's a good place to be.
Got some truffles.
Oh, hello.
From our Thanksgiving. Our
Lint
Christmas
truffles.
stocking.
Oh,
You want a truffle?
I'll take a truffle.
You don't have to have a truffle.
It was offered.
Oh,
I'd be
Lisa,
silly not to have
I'm
one.
happy to have a cocktail with you.
Yes. Well,
right.
please. If we can actually show you a little sort of fun that we're doing on this end, and maybe you can do that too. That's great. You know? And if it's a lot more identifiable, and you're like, oh, I do that all the time, that's fine too. That's great.
Chrissy says we went back to Jimmy. Girls on Film just ended. Speaking of Duran Duran.
Well, thank you for checking in. It's good to know that these things are happening because DJ Jimmy is making it happen here on a Saturday night. Hello.
Showing, pardon me.
Boom. No, well, take your time. Take your time. Okay.
Bill and Ted. We love Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Well, there's all sorts of dumb comedies. And I think about Mad is it's elaborate, it's overblown. I think it had 2 or 3 directors, and it's just absurd. Why did you go to those lengths to make this picture? And it might actually be a lot of fun.
Get a vote for your jacket.
Oh, my jacket? Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, Kelly, Doug and I should ship you. Okay. Ship you some C's candies. Say that 5 times fast. Ship you some C's.
Not happening.
That would be amazing. I love C's.
I happen to be a big fan of C's myself.
You're so sweet for thinking of me. Thank you.
We have some access to C's, but not enough. So it's really cool when they can come into our lives. We have some great local candy purveyors, but C's is a fantastic regional. And you can get you're in California, you're like, oh, I'm just going to get some C's. It's like it's no big deal, but they're so good.
They're everywhere
they're so
the
good.
West.
It's good to know. 16 minutes, folks. We're here working for you.
Well,
15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Yeah.
I'm going to click away so you don't keep counting.
No, I'm not going to count down all bloody 15 minutes here.
Dark chocolate or milk. I love it all. I love it all.
She will do all of that.
He loves dark.
Yes.
I'm chocolate agnostic. If it's chocolate, I love it.
Chocolate agnostic, yes. We tried.
Well, I feel like a lot of people I know are like, I like dark chocolate or whatever. And I'm like, I love all chocolate. Yeah. What happened?
He's good with chocolate, brand chocolate.
Wait, we killed that bottle, didn't we?
Which means there's a 3rd bottle yet to come.
I'll go get it.
Cold.
I'll go get it.
As a matter of fact.
I'll go get it.
So, I am glad.
Dang.
What? I'm sorry?
That's a lot of bottles.
Well, we've been through a few bottles tonight already. I'm just saying. We started earlier this evening with a bottle during crustaceans, and what else do we have? We had artichokes, of course. Like 2 things that involve large amounts of butter. I like to call it the all butter meal because it's just like artichokes, dip, 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 and then
Turkey.
lobster,
He loves
dip,
marzipan.
dip, 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 dip. I like marzipan.
He's a big marzipan fan.
Yeah. Not everybody is. I think the ladies do not necessarily like it, but
What?
some do.
That's such a weird thing to say.
You know, I've heard that like ladies are not crazy about almond flavor. I don't know. Maybe it's BS.
What?
I'm just saying.
I think that's BS.
Maybe it's BS.
I
I happen to like marzipan myself, so
I don't think that's a male female thing.
you don't think it's a sexed thing?
I really don't.
So,
I really don't.
perhaps not.
I think that's a weird thing. But
I've heard that. It's like, you know, certain flavors that are good with one or another, and it's crazy to think about that way. That doesn't make any sense to me. But if it does, it does. Yeah. So,
Chris, you just had my last little bowl. Have you heard of the Harbor Sweets? No, Amy, we haven't. Harbor Sweets Sweet Slopes. No, I haven't.
Well, I guess we need to look that up.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The little balls in the stockings for seeds. I've been eating those like crazy, which makes sense.
They were. I noticed that. And
not a lot of drinkers here in Mormonville. oh, seasoned Ghirardelli.
Yeah, we tried. We tried. Mm-hmm.
I have not seen Rudolph's Shiny New Year since I was a child. Do you want more of this, or are you good? Well, I don't know. You seem.
I'm giving her a look.
I don't know.
What, are you going to cut me off? But yeah.
No, I'm not cutting you off. I just couldn't tell if you were still in.
I mean, we got to drop this ball anyway. So
we're going to be dropping this ball in 12-ish minutes.
12-esque.
12-ish.
You know,
you buy 4 bottles of bubbles and you think,
oh, that'll last for
that'll be way more than
weeks.
Enough. And then
wrong.
The next thing you know,
gone.
You're out of bubbles.
Shucks. But yeah,
I like Mormonville. I can't even imagine.
Well, there are drinkers in Mormonville, and that's the kicker. Like within the church, no, can't do it. But everybody else within SLC,
chocolate covered toffee with nuts in the shape of sailboats.
Oh,
I love it.
Wow. That's so cool.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am, thank you. And I thank you for my beautiful earrings. Gettysburg Ma'am made my earrings, my 20 earrings.
No, these are really cool.
I feel like I'm ringing in the new year
Big
right.
Fun. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying the best we can. This is awesome. It's fantastic. And thank you for acknowledging that we're like giving people a platform where they can just like, I can be home.
Well,
I don't need to be anywhere else. You can just be in. And I'm like, if you're in, anything goes.
I know. We were invited to a party tonight. I was like, you're not going to be home.
We were?
We
were. That's right. Yeah, I was.
Baron von Swankenstein says, for the longest time, I thought marzipan was a type of monkey.
Yes, it is. But that's something else. I'm just saying.
Sweets orange sticks.
Hello.
What? Oh, Clinton.
Thank you, Clinton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clinton.
Aww.
How are we doing on time?
We are
at 11 minutes.
11 minutes for Mountain Time people.
Okay, folks. We're definitely going to hit the mountain. I think all of our West Coast correspondents are in bed, so we can probably eschew.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much. But we will actually handle as many time zones as we can before I completely
I feel
fall down.
a little guilty that I took my tiara off, but
well, it was pressing on your head. Then
it really was pressing on my head.
I changed hats, obviously enough, and
how
it's
did
actually
I wear
kind of
that
sweaty
for our entire wedding day?
Well, you were pumped up.
I guess.
As was I. There you go.
Oh, wait, sweets orange sticks. Okay, so I'm getting votes for that, but John says, John, you made Central. We're going on to Mountain Time now.
10 minutes. You're totally
10
good.
minutes, you're on Mountain Time.
And if you want to talk Pacific, well, I'm not sure I'm making that myself. We're doing what we can.
I feel like, and this is a goal for next year.
Yes.
I feel like if we're going to make it to Pacific Time, we need to move over to the sofa.
Oh, yeah. And then I could just kind of zone out there, like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
And then
So anyway, bye.
And I'll go, yeah, trying to keep everyone awake here.
We're trying the best as we can. So, but yes. So, yeah. I'm glad to hear about regional candies. The way I'm glad to hear about the car I had when I was 16.
Hi, Wayne. Happy New Year.
Because that's the fun part of the fun part.
Oh, Christy says, some year you need to start with Sydney. Just do 24 hours straight.
Good Lord.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, I'm going to need some people from Australia to be here to say, yeah, that's right, man, we're starting with Sydney.
Oh, okay.
And then they're going to go.
Kitsch from Mem says, you moved to the sofa
like
last year.
mad.
We moved to this.
No, we did.
Well, maybe we could do that this
Well,
year.
how about that? See about that? Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can do that.
Let's see where we make it.
We might be able to do that.
We have certainly done the brunch broadcasts from the sofa because that's the place to be. We're talking about cereal. We're talking about Eggs Benedict. We're talking about cartoons.
I like the idea of moving over to the sofa.
I kind of like it because we've been standing here since 11:30.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Eastern time.
Boo-hoo.
As of right now, and it is like,
Boo-hoo.
we're talking 2.5 hours on my feet, and it's kind of getting my lower back. I'm just saying.
Mountain Time my biscuit baking will be slightly changed.
Yeah, you got to cook it longer.
Pressure
is
I like
changed.
the idea of moving over to the sofa.
Yep. Oh yeah.
A lot.
Signifying.
I'm into that idea. Okay, so we are 7 minutes from Mountain Time.
That is from Mountain Time being in the new year. So far, you're languishing in 2022. Wow. How about that?
It might have been a great year for you. I don't know.
Maybe you're like trying to like eke out the final for such a year and saying, yeah, it was good. It was good.
Oh, Kitsch is saying, do you all do pork and sauerkraut for New Year's Day? We don't. We have a rack of ribs that we're going to make into, what do you call them?
Char siu ribs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's like the Chinese restaurant recipe.
Chinese restaurant recipe ribs,
but,
you know? Very red and barbecue. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to try to go with that.
Yeah,
6:59, baby. So
I know I haven't heard of that, but I love a tradition, so I want to hear about it.
And we have an opinion about 2022 from our correspondent.
This new year is golden. I love it.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
I love it.
An opinion about 2022 from somebody named Christy.
2022 blue. I just, the only thing that,
Sorry,
I mean, we made a film, which is great.
Yeah, that is great.
But I do love a completion, and we did not finish it. So I'm like, it was amazing, and I want to finish my film.
Yeah. We're going to make these things happen. That's the whole idea, folks.
John says 2022 was better than 2020, and the first half of 2021. Can't argue with that.
Yeah. I gotta hear that.
Says next year to come to Utah and we'll have a blast.
Oh. Hello.
I have a friend who owns the biggest bar in Salt Lake City. Okay.
Bingo.
Oh, you do steamed shrimp.
Wow. Is that like steamed hams? I'm just saying. Boom.
Roswell, New Mexico.
We have clam dip in back of us right here, right now. When does this say? We do have some snacks, so that we can keep straight and going.
Oh, hope Ellen doesn't have to wait long into 2023. I want to get Ellen done in January. Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
I know. Well, like, we're getting a lot of votes against 2022 here.
Well, if you live through it, you know. You know. We're just saying. So, where are we with time?
Oh. Pepper Tree Villa says for breakfast we have an egg bake percolating in the fridge.
Oh, hello. We've heard of such things. We have promoted such things in our time.
Oh, we will send you the recipe. All right, for the ribs. Yes.
Yep. Where are we with time?
Oh, okay. Hold on. We're 4 minutes.
4 minutes out.
All
okay.
right.
I just want to make sure
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
miss
Paul's
anything.
going to make it past Mountain Time.
I'm just saying I want to make sure that I get Mountain Time because.
All right. Yes.
You know,
okay.
It can be a few minutes, but
it's
not too much.
Ew.
But we have to
some
ball
delicious
drop
Filipino food. Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds amazing.
Oh, well, hello, Filipino wife. Well, you know, there are all sorts of very specific specialties from that corner of the world. And some of them are a little far out. Some of them are actually just sort of on par. And, but awfully flavorful.
John had ribs for tonight.
Hello.
All right.
And ribs. Hot ribs. Good stuff.
Ooh, Elizabeth says, I have some coconut eggnog that needs to be made into French toast casserole in the morning.
Hello. Ooh.
That sounds amazing.
Well, eggnog is basically French toast marinade. So there you go. Easy.
Yeah.
Easily.
Gonna eat some chicken feet BBQ.
Chicken
oh
feet.
my gosh.
Wow.
All right. I gotta get Paul through Mountain
3 minutes
Time.
and 22. There we go.
I feel like he needs to
Hey, do what?
go.
What?
I don't know. Turn in.
I could probably turn in. But we're going to get you through Mountain Time.
But it's almost 2 here.
3,
to be fair,
4,
it's almost 2 here.
2,
so
1,
3
0
minutes. 3 minutes. All right.
It's not a big deal.
Can you make it 3 more minutes?
I think I can make it 3 more minutes.
Oh, Baron von
do it.
Frankenstein says, I'm going to stick with you through Mountain Time, then I'm going to call it. Paul's going to call it too. All right.
Yeah, it's actually a little heavy after a few time zones. And we don't actually have somebody jabbing me with amphetamines every 20 minutes. So I'm not...
There's a goal for the new year. Yeah. Could someone come jab Paul with amphetamines?
Hello. Okay, we're good. You know. Oh, wow. You think about some of these things in history.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, somebody's talking about jambalaya. Oh, Anthony's talking about jambalaya.
Yeah,
wow.
Grilling, jambalaya. Yes. Oh, Rose says we live on dog standard time. We wake up when he does. Aww.
Celebrate you.
Oh.
Fantastic. All right. 2 minutes.
Unclamp that
2
bad
minutes,
boy.
mountain people.
Unclamp that bad boy.
You know, the central people have a lot of pull with all these and are like, yeah, you're good. We're done. I'm going to bed. But the mountain people.
I guess we're not making it to Pacific this year, but
I don't think any of our Pacific folks are awake. So, okay. Okay.
Happy New Year. Peace out.
Yeah, see you an hour ago. Boom, done.
Ooh, vegan coquito. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like
I love
check
a coquito.
That out. Coquito is good. And Appleton's 8, of course, is totally vegan. Just saying.
Gettysburg Wham says, I'm watching you all in
the Times Square Earth Cam.
Earth Cam. Okay, I gotta, after this is done, when he goes and crashes, I'm gonna watch.
Yo, Times Square is totally cleared out 2 hours ago. Bye.
Yeah, well, 1 minute. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
We're getting ready.
I gotta prep. I gotta prep. All right.
Yep.
Less than a minute for Mountain Time people.
We're making it happen, folks. One is simply saying.
Oh, hello, Troy on YouTube. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Happy New Year.
Awesome.
Happy New Year.
So good. But definitely.
Getting some votes for
Coquito is pretty cool.
I appreciate that.
Coquito is how to make eggnog with canned milk. And it's very important in the tropics.
I love it. Okay.
I definitely respect that.
Were you unclamp?
Yep.
20. All right.
Okay.
Don't start it yet.
We're not starting anything yet.
Ready?
10 seconds.
9.
Uh-oh.
8.
I'm behind.
7.
I'm behind.
6. 4. 3. 2. 1.
I was late.
That sucked.
There we go. Oh boy.
That was ridiculous.
Well, like, it was a lot more wrapped up than I thought it was. So we got it there going as
It was
best
hilarious.
as we could.
Jerky, one might call it.
Yeah, you know, it beats non-existent at all. We actually made your ball drop as best.
It was jerky,
That's
but
good.
you know what?
Yeah.
In the end, you got the job done.
3 time zones, folks. Wow.
Man, I think Paul's ready to call it.
I might be.
All right.
Just be.
You retract that ball, please. And I will. All right.
If you feel like...
Mountain Time people. We did that.
Done it!
All right.
If you feel like actually doing some more balls, then
If you feel like doing some more balls.
you just have to unwrap it over here and let it drop.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious.
We made it. Oh, thank you all so much. Yeah, John says best boyfriend ever. That was uniquely weird. Okay.
We try really,
that was
really,
uniquely weird.
really intensely to make this thing happen.
Oh
We're
my
supposed
gosh.
to. Oh, jeez.
The Pacific people have passed out. We're still having
Yeah,
these.
they're gone.
You are right, Christy.
They're gone.
Yes, they have passed out, and he's
This
going to
is
pass
like
out too, but I'm going to stay
3
away.
time zones in, and we're like
So
rocking.
if you would like to text me.
You know.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
But Annie, Happy New Year.
Hey, Annie.
So good to see you.
That's
Yay.
right. Alberta.
Yes.
So good.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So what's going on?
All right. All right. I'm going to let you go to sleep.
All right. So,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody
Happy New Year
through
to all of you.
3 time zones. And
Yes.
so good to see you.
Yes.
This is cool.
We love you.
Pardon.
Happy
Then we can
New
do this.
Year. All the best. Health, happiness, all of that. He's just like hoarding his drinks.
I am. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be available for texting after this.
Okay. Are we signing off from the blog?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
here.
it. Okay. So,
He's just like, oh, am I getting out of here? Okay,
no,
good,
if
thanks.
I'm
Bye.
getting out, it's one thing, but if I'm signing off, I will actually do it for you because we're still here, folks. We're still live and not for long.
Oh, we love having you
Mountain
here.
time is happening, folks.
Thank
It's
you so
been
much. We
some kind of crazy awesome.
love you guys.
Which I can't even describe. If I were to tell my compatriots at work, well, I went live on New Year's through 3 time zones, they'd be like, what?
What? Why did you do
The hell
that?
are you talking about? Why would you do that? Because you're here. That's why.
Yes. So anyway.
So
anyway. Glendora.
anyway, people.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2023
Yes.
to you. We're in it already,
Yes,
so you better
yes.
get it with it.
We are.
Yeah.
And it's already fun and fabulous.
It's already more fun.
Fun and
than it
fabulous.
was.
And we're going to log out and not try to do anything that's
Let's not be
weird.
silly.
So, yes.
We're
so,
all in for the evening. Nothing crazy is going to happen.
Yes.
And all of your crazy things that you're trying to do during the this new year is what I should say. Start doing them because thank you. That's the idea. Let's make it happen. Let's go with what you're trying to do. And don't be timid. Wherever you are.
Yes, we will be live next Wednesday for Elvis's birthday.
That's right. Eat!
which is coming up. It won't be on Wednesday, but we will be live Wednesday with Elvis's birthday.
We actually
we
have...
would love to see you Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
We have some specific Elvis liquor. Oh, hello. You'll find out about that then. And,
Dime! Hello and Happy New Year!
So good to see you.
Yay!
Yeah, rolling count. Oh, you are? Well, oh, shucks. Yeah.
Happy New Year to you.
Wherever you are and whatever you do. I hope you're in tonight because nobody needs to be driving around in this stuff. But if you went to some New Year's party, I hope that they are just going to cater your posterior home because there's no reason. And I hope you've had a great time with us because we've had a crazy time through 3 time zones because it's all part of the fun. And whatever you do, for absolute positive, we will